Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 1 or option 1, however you made your way here, thank you for joining me here today. Today's reading is going to be about what are you in the process of healing / letting go of. So I've seen 2 of my favorite tarot readers that I watch on the regular here on YouTube do this topic. Kino Tarot, she just did it. Like, it's funny because they did it around the same time, and I'm pretty sure they don't know each other, so it was really weird for me. I'm like, is Spirit trying to tell me something? The 2 tarot readers that I actually watch are talking about healing. Heard you, okay? So I think Kino's was like, what do you need to heal right now? And the Spiritual Social is the other tarot reader that I watch her on the regular, and she was like something about wounds that you need to like let go of, something along those lines. But they were both surrounding healing the readings, and I'm like, okay, heard you. So I'm like, that would be a cute topic for me to do as well. There's also another topic that I want to do that was inspired by another reader, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Okay. I'm feeling inspired lately. Okay, so let's get into what are you in the process of healing right now. Ooh, we have the 3 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Moving on from heartbreak, moving on. And look, we have, y'all saw the cards do what they just did. The 3 of Swords flipped out and it left us with the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So starting new things, you are in the process of healing maybe the fear of moving on to new beginnings. I just keep hearing new beginnings. So these dusty old cards, relax, making everything else dusty. See, maybe the dust from your past is like clouding your judgment when it comes to like future endeavors. But the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups all have to do with learning and embarking on new journeys, trying new things, right? New beginnings, essentially. It also represents the messages from new people. So you're healing, ow, my leg, ouch. Ooh, child, to get a lot of things are happening right now. Let me relax, okay? So you could be in the process of letting go of a few people in your life. I'm hearing phantom pains. There could be pain from your past coming and clouding your judgment in the future, which is kind of what I said a little bit ago. So letting go of the past is what you're currently healing right now, but it has to do with maybe 2 significant people, an earth sign and a water sign, okay? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So any of those signs, and then here we have the Fool peeking out, so it definitely has to do with new beginnings. So what you're healing is moving on from heartbreak from those 2 signs, yeah, the ones that I said, okay, or those 2 energies, the energy of a water sign and the energy of a earth sign. You're in the process of letting go of the hurt they have caused you, whether it has to be friends, relationship, whatever. The 3 of Swords is not only just heartbreak. It's, I mean, your heart could be broken by a friend as well, but it's not only romantic heartbreak, it's just heartbreak and emotional turmoil in general. So moving on from pain that the past connections, caused you. Look at that. I'm hearing building a bridge and getting over it. So it's like you're healing right now, getting over past hurts. Okay. So let's see what else comes through. And here we have Justice. See how he's wanting to fall out? Relax. I heard you. Like, dang, the card's acting up today. Justice card represents your good karma coming in. You're getting a clean slate. All the things that were kind of holding you back are being removed from your life. So if you feel or if you find that a lot of people are dropping oh my gosh, I'm sorry, dropping from your life, like Spirit is having the messages coming through so crazy today, okay? Like I'm here like dropping like flies. I'm like, that's a crazy visual to give me. Like, what do you mean? Like people are just dropping from your life. They're not texting, not calling, not keeping up. Or I kind of feel like the heartbreak that was associated with that person, place, or thing is no longer as painful as it used to be. That's your good karma coming in, okay? That's you finally being able to move on. And then here we have the 8 of Swords coming through as well. And this is like, like a prison of your own making is what the Eight of Swords is. You holding your own self back, and that's also something you're healing or moving on from. Okay, you're letting go of holding yourself back. You're letting go of a connection with a fire sign, not a fire sign, child, maybe a fire sign as well. You're letting go of a connection between an earth sign and a water sign, or maybe potentially a fire sign as well. And you're letting go of holding yourself back. Okay, there was also something else that was coming through. Yeah, not allowing yourself to start new things, because the Fool did come out, and the pages are representative of new beginnings or new people coming into your life, right? So maybe you're getting over a heartbreak, so those new energies can come in. That could be another interpretation as well. You're getting over the turmoil of a past connection, and you're going to allow a new connection with potentially 2 or more people coming in. So making new friends, making new romantic connections, things like that. Pages always represent new opportunities in the form of people or messages. So that could be coming through as well. And you are healing this past hurt. You're finally getting, rid of it, getting over it, triumphing over it. Okay, justice is coming in, stepping in to help you do that as well, to clear it out so you can have a new slate, okay? Pages can also represent people that are younger than you. But what I'm hearing specifically is why these people came out as pages is to show you that they are like smaller than you. It may not be an age, but the impact it may have had on your life is like dwindling. So it may have went from like a kingly presence to a queen presence to a knight presence, and now it's at a page presence. So it's little and it's minuscule. It's something you can flick away, right? Something you can fight. Because, okay, hear me out, right? You're an adult. And the pages usually represent young people or kids. An adult can fight a kid, right? Easily. Okay, they can put them in timeout. They can okay, it's easy for an adult to fight a kid. I know it's a weird example, but just, hear me out, right? It's easier for you to fight a kid, but it may be harder for you to fight someone that seems bigger and older and stronger than you, right? It's kind of like David and Goliath, the Bible story from the Bible, obviously, where Goliath was taken down by a slingshot that David used on him. And people were like, oh my gosh, you're not going to fight the Goliath. Oh my gosh, we're so scared of him. Because he was a giant. He was huge. And David was a small human. And people are like, you're never going to be able to fight him. Everyone was scared of him, but he just, used his slingshot and had faith, and that he went timber. Okay, so that's the kind of energy coming through. They're coming through as pages to show their dwindling influence on your life, if that makes sense. Okay, I hope it makes sense. And then we have the High Priestess and the Justice card. You could also be healing your intuition. Now, for example, let me put myself on the freaking hot seat for a second. Now, there are specific things, or people I should say, that I had a hard time letting go of, right? And now that I'm looking at it on the outside or on the other side of going through what I went through, I can see certain things as wishful thinking and limerence, which is a term used for an intense connection you find to someone who you don't really have any business having such a strong connection with. So, for example, someone who breadcrumbed you and then disappeared. You have no connection with that person, or a big enough or strong enough connection for you to think you're in love with them, or feel like you need to be with them, or they're the end all be all, and you're never going to finally want them ever again. There's no reason for you to have such a strong connection to them, because you didn't build anything with them, honestly. Now, I understand a connection you have with someone over years, and they were there for you, and they were always giving you everything and being communicative and being healthy in a kind of way. I can understand why it's hard to let go of a connection like that. But someone who's breadcrumbing you, who you never really built anything up with, nothing really came of the connection between you guys, but it's so hard for you to move on and you're so attached to them, that's limerence, right? And I was in denial that it was limerence until now I'm looking back and I'm like, girl, be for real with yourself. There was no reason for you to be like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to live without them, that's my soulmate kind of energy, because they didn't give you anything for you to feel that way. It was always disappearing, it was always breadcrumbing, it was always being disrespectful, and not even disrespectful, but just disingenuous. Because if you really cared about someone, you'd be texting them, right? You wouldn't disappear, you would explain, you would be there, you would show up, right? So for you to think you have this connection with someone who's never showed you that they wanted more than whatever they gave you, or didn't give you, honestly, it's like limerence. That's the kind of vibe that's coming through. So you thought you had this big, fierce connection with somebody, right? Because it's coming through, and it was just limerence. And it's something that I had to like look back on and be like, girl, you were so like down bad for this person who wasn't ish, right? Who wasn't showing you anything, wasn't showing you any kind of respect. Like, that's not someone that's going to be your soulmate, okay? Your husband, your wife, your person would not treat you like that. Therefore, they were not a soulmate to you. If anything, they were a karmic lesson. They were a twin flame, if anything, because the connections can be intense with these people. They can be very intense, but they're in your life to teach you a lesson. And what you are now healing / letting go of is moving on from this connection or connections and being able to move into the light and be like, dang, that was limerence. That wasn't even love. Like, child. And I'm hearing, what is it called? Perfect Illusion from Lady Gaga. It wasn't love. It wasn't love. It was a perfect illusion, right? Mistaken for love. It wasn't love. It was a perfect illusion. So that's the kind of vibe coming through. So you guys are healing. You're letting go of, child. I feel like I want to think of the biggest like breath in the world. Like, you're finally getting out of that bubble of fierce attachment, borderline obsession, limerence with a few people, and now you're seeing them as little petty, pesky pages that they were, right? Something you can overcome, a demon you can finally slay, which is why we have that 8 of Swords coming through. You're no longer holding yourself back and keeping yourself prisoner, because for you to give someone so much of your energy and your time and your like love and affection, knowing they did nothing to deserve it, is crazy for you to do to yourself, right? Not placing blame or anything, because like I said, I'm in the hot seat. I was doing that for a long time, way too long for me to even admit, okay? But that's the vibe coming through for you guys. You're finally letting go. You're coming on the other side, and justice is being served, right? Maybe you're finally able to let go because justice was served for this person. They finally got what they deserved, and it's something you were waiting for in order to move on. Like, take what resonates for you, but that's what's coming through for y'all, okay? Anything else coming through for what my group ones are healing? So I'm finally like being able to take a nice deep breath during this reading. So I finally like let all that off my chest. Maybe you're like manifesting like a healing session where you could finally say whatever you want to say to them and move on, right? Clear the air. Group 1, please, Spirit. Group 1s, what are they letting go of? We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. You're finally letting go of letting your emotions overtake you, overcome you. Because I feel like when it comes to the Queen of Cups, she's more liable than the King of Cups is to let her emotions rule her. And emotions don't always have to be like a bad thing. It's like her empathy, her softness, her soft, tender heart. She lets that rule her and lets to do things for people and give them the benefit of the doubt when they don't deserve it. And it's kind of like, oh, but maybe, trying to see things from their side, being devil's advocate in your own situation when it goes against what is the best for you. Like, that's the kind of energy I get from the Queen of Cups. She's like, oh, but I understand what they're going through because they lost their mother when they were so young, and oh my gosh, like, you're going against your own self by trying to come up with some excuse to like give this person a pass. That's you working not for your own benefit. You know, that kind of energy is coming through. So I feel like you're going to be less Queen of Cups, tender, bleeding heart, and more like, okay, I understand like where you're coming from. I do, but not at the sake or at the detriment of my own self and my feelings. Okay, you need to get through that. I understand you lost someone. That's cool. It happens. I feel for you, but it doesn't give you the right to do what you did, say what you did, disappear, ghost, like not grow up and take accountability, right? So it's like you coming into balance with those energies, you know? So basically being your own advocate is what I'm getting, you know? Instead of being the advocate for everybody else. I mean, nappy-headed kids. Stop. Oh, gosh. I cracked myself up. Okay. It's just reminding me of when Serena called Cordell. Yes, exactly. This is the perfect example. So, Love Island, season 6, we are in the trenches at the end. of the season where they dash everybody into 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲, and 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲 is like the part of the show where the girls go to one house, the boys go to one house, they break up the couples that have been, mingling thus far on the show. We're about like a month in so far with, when they do 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲. So they've had a good amount of time to build a connection and relationship with certain people. They come in, tear them apart, put them in separate houses, and bring in new sexy bombshells that are meant to tempt and, break up these connections. And if the connections are strong, they will stand the test of time. If they are not strong, the men or the women will cheat and the eyes will wander. So in this season, we have Cordell and we have Serena. They've been locked in from day one. They've had their ups and downs and issues because Serena was kind of holding Cordell at arm's length because she was very much like, I'm not kissing, humping, grinding and all this kind of stuff on someone that's not my man, that I don't feel comfortable with. I think she friend-zoned him at one point, and then she like, okay, I miss you, I actually do like you more than a friend. Boom. Then they're finally together, still holding hands, not really doing too much kissing and humping. Like she said, she's not about that. Like, she's like a very, she grew up in a specific kind of household. They don't do that, especially because she's on TV too. Like, relax. So they're together, they're locked in, and then they go to 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲. Here come this heifer. Let me not call her heifer, because she was doing what they brought her on the show to do. She was sitting there grinding up on Cordell, kissing up on him. Of course, him being the man that he is, being, his head was turned real quick because he's getting what he wasn't getting in his connection before 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲. So he kissing up on her, they humping up and jumping up in the bed, trying to get her. And then the messy show producers send a text to Serena of him kissing up on the girl and humping up in the bed with her. Now, of course, he has no idea that they did this. So it's just her over there, like crying her eyes out, crashing out because her man is kissing up on the next her. And then they come back after 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲 and the guys can either decide to bring a girl with them or come back single and go back to their previous couple if their girl is also still single from being in 𝐓𝐡𝐮𝐲 and she didn't bring back a guy. So Serena ends up coming back single, right? But after seeing what he was doing and kissing up on that girl, she was like, I don't even want to couple up with him. Even if he does come back single, I don't want that man. I'm done with him. And she was cussing him out. She was acting real crazy. And then in the episode after the fact, he's like real sorry. He has his tail tucked between his legs now because he see that she saw what he was doing. And now he feel guilty. And now he wants her back. And now he wants to explore both connections. Like, it's customary for the guys to bring their girls breakfast every morning. He brought her breakfast. She threw it in his face, like literally dumped the plate on him and said, F out of here. Leave me alone with that BS. I told you I'm done with you. And then he's like trying to explain what happened. She's like, I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Her being her own biggest advocate. She's like, I was riding for you and you're going to embarrass me on TV in front of everyone because you get a chance to kiss up and grind up on this girl. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, what are you doing? So she's being her own biggest advocate. She's like, leave me alone. I am done with you. Yeah, she dumped food on him, and then like more towards the end of the episode, he's like looking at her and she's like, and I don't know what you're looking at, Cordell, with your nappy head. And this Serena was like mad. She was so done with that man. And well, thankfully they're together now, okay? They resolved their differences. He came to her and apologized. He took accountability. He said, I know I was wrong. I'm sorry, da-da-da-da. And she was able to forgive him. But me talking about people in the nappy-headed kids had me thinking of the episode where Serena was being her biggest advocate, saying, I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me on TV where you think I can't see. And then want to come back and be up in my bed and kissing up on me, hugging up on me. We're not doing that here. You made your bed, now humping it, is what she said. Yo, Serena and Cordell made season 6 the legendary show that it was, right? A few other people, right? But it was Serena and Cordell. And it was just like, she was like not having it. She knew her worth and she was like, I'm not doing this with you. You wanted to go hump on this girl and kiss up on her knowing you had me waiting for you. And that's who you chose. You made your bed, now humping it. Like the video they sent me. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm getting here. You're being your own biggest advocate and saying, I'm not dealing with this. What is your nappy head self laughing at? Like, what are you looking at? Don't look over here at me. Knowing down what that man hair ain't nappy. She's just funny, child. She's funny. Serena is a character. And I gotta give it to her, she a fellow Virgo, because period, we don't play those games. We have the Fool actually coming out, so definitely new beginnings. You're going to be able to, like I said, now advocate for yourself when it comes to connections that involve you and not just other people. Justice is doing what needs to be done for the truth to come out, for the situation to be rectified, for there to be some results in your favor. So you're either doing something, your spirit is like, hey, not too much, not girl or boy here, and doing something to advocate for you. Let's see what else comes through. What are you healing? We have death. Okay, so ending cycles that need to be closed out. Learning when to say goodbye. Learning or realizing when things are over. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting with the Three of Swords. You're finally at the end. You're done. That attachment, that benefit of the doubt, devil's advocate that you were playing for your person where it was hurting you is over. Like that, you are fine. What is the name of the song? You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. You guys were holding on to it for a long time. Now you're learning when it's time to fold them, and now you're learning how to walk away, right? Essentially, you know when to shut doors, bolt them, and like keep the past in the past where it belongs. But first you have to heal from it, right? So you've been learning those lessons around maybe advocating for yourself, self-love, what are you willing to put up with, what are you willing to not put up with, that kind of thing. Okay, we have Two of Swords, making decisions, and then we have the King of Pentacles here as well. This is definitely knowing your worth, for sure, with the King of Pentacles. This is definitely knowing your worth. So the Death card is Scorpio energy, which was coming through in the beginning. So definitely Scorpio was like 8th house energy, very intense. You know what I mean? It's the end of a cycle, things that can't be escaped. So there's something here about you finally able to move on from something that was like inevitable. I'm hearing resistance is futile. So maybe you were trying to like, oh, but maybe one day, oh, but maybe we'll have our thing, oh, but maybe we'll... No, you're finally able to close that chapter of your life with that person and move on and be open to new connections and new experiences and new people. You know what I mean? With the Fool card coming through. And maybe a King of Pentacles is going to be coming through, right? Because you're finally able to end the connection with those pesky pages, okay? That's what they're going to be called in this reading, those pesky pages. Not too much on the pages, we love them, but in this reading we don't, okay? Because they're representing people who was playing in your face and being mad immature. Because pages, one thing about them, they're very immature. I would consider them the gossipy ones of the suits, because they're just kids. They're running around causing havoc and doing whatever they want to do, and that's great when the pages are like representing things we're going after. But when it comes to like, you know, people playing in your face and using you for jokes, and we don't do that around here, okay? But yeah, the Death card is finally putting that last bolt and nail in the door. It's over, and learning like to leave it there, leave well enough alone, let the person rot in their misery. Don't try to reach out to them and say, are you okay? Because they're going through pain. It's up to them to heal that. You were healing yourself. It was up to them to heal themselves as well. If they're still not up to where you are and able to make things work or communicate properly, now it's time for you to wash your hands of the situation and dip, right? That's no longer your problem. They're not your problem. They're not your child. Especially if this is a connection between you and a romantic person, you guys are supposed to be on equal footing, right? They're not supposed to be your child. You take care of them. No, they're their own person, and so are you. You took accountability. You healed. You did what you needed to do. You were always there for them. Can they say the same? No, they can't. It's time for you to go, and that's it. Put a nail in the coffin, and it's over. That's death coming through. Then we have King of Pentacles. You finally knowing your worth is what I'm getting with the King of Pentacles. I think I said it already, but the King of Pentacles is like a very like high and mighty, hoity-toity kind of person. He's going to work, focusing on making his money. I'm hearing focusing on your brand. So some of you could be like, you know, becoming entrepreneurs, stuff like that. You're focusing on your brand, building your money, okay, going on vacations, going on trips, experiencing life now that this end is ended. Not funny. And then, I mean, it was kind of funny to me, okay? And then being able to make better decisions for yourself. And I love that these two kind of came out together, because the King of Pentacles is a very grounded, a very mature, and a very wealthy. Like, you can make decisions that, like, benefit you instead of decisions that make you cry and hurt and not feel great about yourself, right? You're making decisions that are best for you, okay? So I love this energy so far. We're going to get some cards from the Crow Oracle, or the Urban Crow Oracle, and see what else is coming through for you guys. What are my group ones healing and letting go of? Resistance. Didn't I say resistance is futile? For you guys, I'm not 100% sure. I'll be forgetting what I say sometimes. Resistance is futile. You're trying not to look, and we have freedom. Like, resistance is futile. Like, literally, you're trying to, like, oh no, but maybe if I fight hard enough or heal long enough or fight for this person and show them that I care, they're gonna. No. Resistance of the end that it's supposed to come to, an end, whatever the saying is. Resisting the end of the situation is futile because it's going to end either way, and you just have to come to terms with it. That's all that you were meant to do in this healing chapter or period. You know, loving yourself well enough to be like, okay, I deserve better than that. And that's something that you guys are definitely doing. And then we have nature. So maybe you were out in nature. The King of Pentacles is also, like I said, a very grounded king. So going out in nature, going on trips, treating yourself, you know what I mean? It could be coming through as well. And I'm going to need these cards to act right. Stop playing in my face. Now I'm hearing flowers by Miley Cyrus. I can buy myself flowers. And then we have the flowers here in the crow's hand. So flowers could be important. Pampering yourself, treating yourself, right? I'm hearing dwelling or working with the facts of the situation instead of what your emotions are telling you to do, right? The King of Pentacles is very logical as well. He's like, this is what's in front of me. This person's not texting me. They're not making me a priority. They're unhealed. They can't communicate. That's what the facts of the situation are. Despite them having trouble with this and going through that as a child and having trust issues and blah, 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 blah. What I am seeing from the effort or the non-effort they're putting in is that they're not mature enough. They don't know how to communicate. Do I want this for myself really and truly? Is this what I want my future husband to do? That's a perfect question. Like, I always mention him a lot, Anwar White. That's one thing that he brought to my attention. Like, when you're dating someone, there's no need for you to go and ask a tarot reader or a friend or anybody, does he like you? If he's not showing you that he likes you, he doesn't like you. Even if he does, not enough. Like, is that what you want your future husband? Is that what your future husband would do? Not communicate, ghost, disappear for months, years, days, decades, and then come back with a little sorry excuse. Oh, I was busy. No one's that busy, honey boo boo, child. Please, thank you. No one in their life is that busy. Because even the most important person, even Barack Obama, when he was in office, made time for his wife and his kids. And he's the president. He was the president of the United States. I don't want to hear nobody come and say they're too busy to spend time with you. Nobody want to hear that. You're not nobody important. Like, not too much on you, but too much on you. Because what do you mean? That you were too busy to send me a text or say that you, like, stop playing. Stop playing. You're not nobody important. You're really not. Like, come on now. Thank you. Anyway, that's what's kind of coming through the page, not the page. The King of Pentacles is like, are they showing? Are they putting in the effort? Are they buying this? Are they buying flowers? Are they paying? Are they walking on this side of the sidewalk? Are they opening up the door? Like, the basic necessities. Like I said, the King of Pentacles is a hoity-toity mofo. He's bourgeoisie. He's not going to let you treat him anyhow. He's like, if you're not doing the bare minimum or more, what am I even here doing? What am I doing here with you, bro? Like, this is crazy. It's an embarrassment to me and how I feel about me. How you allow someone to treat you is how you feel about yourself. Do you love yourself? Are you going to call them nappy-headed and throw their breakfast back in their face like Serena? And then that's when he knew she wasn't playing. And he was like, okay. Can we have a conversation? I'm sorry. Like, then he saw what he was really missing out on, right? Nobody's saying that you should deal with that and take him back. But it's like you have to hold yourself to a certain standard, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to let anybody just do it and treat us anyhow. We're the King of Pentacles in this B. We have standards, and we definitely have like a list of needs and demands before we even let you touch us or be in our presence. Like, our presence is a gift. What do you mean? Anyway, I'm doing too much, but maybe this is what y'all need to hear, because y'all, this is what I needed to hear. That's all I know. Once upon a time. Anywho, yeah, resistance, freedom, and then we have nature. Okay, this is also I'm hearing nature versus nurture. So maybe you're like accepting people for what they show you at face value, because there's nature versus nurture. And I think that's a concept of, are we who we are just naturally, or are we bred to be a certain way, right? Are people bred to be manipulators, liars, killers, cheaters? Or is that just something people are born with, right? And I'll never forget that one documentary about those people who like was experimenting with triplets and twins and all this kind of stuff to see if them being raised in different sorts of households with different incomes and all this kind of stuff would affect who they ended up becoming. Like, I'll never forget. I forgot what it was. It was a triplets. Yeah. These three boys, right? And they were like born from this agency, and the mom was like a drug addict or something, and they stole the babies from her and put one with a rich family, middle class family, and a poor family, all in the name of science and nature versus nurture, to see if people are who they were born, or are they like who you make them to be, essentially? It was just so ghetto. Oh my goodness, I can't. But every time I think of nature versus nurture, I think of those three boys and how like they ended in tragedy. I believe one of them took his own life, and he was the one who came from the Dusty family. Yeah. Now, let me not say Dusty, but the poor family, right? I think. Or he came from the rich family. It was one of those. Anyway, that's enough. I'm going down the rabbit hole. Forgive me. That's what's coming through for you guys. Okay, what you're healing and letting go of. I do want to get some cards from the Daily Crystal Inspiration to see what you are welcoming into your life, right? What's right on the precipice, or just some affirmations you could use for yourself that you need to hear right now as well. Take them as you want them to resonate for you. Things that are on the horizon that you will believe one day, or things that you need to learn to believe, right? Or just something you need to hear. A little bit of inspiration after all that heaviness that we went through in the reading. We have Tiger's Eye, overcome your fears. Overcome your fears. And then we have the Hematite, ground yourself. That keeps coming through. That keeps coming through. Nature, King of Pentacles. Now we have ground yourself. That's something that's important. Going out into nature, or like when you feel yourself like spiraling or giving people the benefit of the doubt, it's time for you to come back home to yourself and be like, hey, like what's what, right? Don't ever make any decisions or say anything in anger or pain. You know what I mean? Kind of come back to yourself. Don't have anybody watch you crash out. Don't let anybody know they have that effect on you. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like, if someone doesn't text back, don't go into, eager or like anxious attachment mode and start texting down their phone like, oh my gosh, da, da, da. Don't do that. Like, if you like ground yourself, there's something that I learned. I was like but in the era of TikTok University, I was trying to take a psychotherapy course. I kind of fell off, my bad, right? By Roman Zanoni. He's on TikTok, and he's like a psychotherapist, and he was like giving us lessons on like, when TikTok Hillman University, was a big thing, right? And basically there's like a thing he tells his patients, like, stop, think, there was like, I think it was STOP. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like, stop what you're doing, think about what's happening. O was for something, P was for something. It's like a tactic they use to, ground people before they start making rash decisions. So right before you find yourself texting that person, stop, take a deep breath. And there was just something, I forget. I have to look back. I have to get back into that, because definitely my cup of tea. Therapy, psychotherapy, psychology, that's my bag. I love it. Anyway, yeah, that's what I have for you guys, though. Is there any other decks that I want to pull from? I don't think so. We'll pull from this deck to see what's coming for you. Now that you have healed this, now that you have let go of all the things we talked about in this reading, what is to come? Because this deck has a lot of different things in it, so we'll see what comes through. What is to come after the healing? What's to come after the healing? Oh, we have joyfulness. That's freaking gorgeous. That's beautiful. Joyfulness. What's to come? Here we have reunion. Interesting. I don't like that, but interesting. Reunion with who? You know what? Not everybody we reunite with is someone that did us wrong, right? It could just be someone you met 3 months ago that, nothing really happened. You just stayed friends, and now it's going to be a reunion. Someone you met, you fell off with, not in a bad way, but you know how life gets. You're reuniting with them. Reunions are not always like with someone that was toxic, so let me not even do that. We have faithfulness. So if you are definitely someone who had a hard time getting people to stay or be loyal to you, we have a dog, and there's nobody more loyal than dogs, child. Okay, nobody more loyal than a dog. They're always gonna be there for you. They're gonna be riding for you, child. Okay, I'm getting the story of that one dog who I think his owner like passed away, and he would like meet his owner at the center every like day after work, and then this guy never showed up. Oh, the ghetto. I just can't. That one dog. I think it was like in Japan or something. Let me not get into it. But yeah, that's coming through. Here we have child, and then we have enemy. Interesting. Did you have a child with your enemy? Don't do that. Uh, what comes after? Maybe you make a few enemies because of the strong boundaries you start setting, which is fine because F them, right? F them. And then we have child. And child is, maybe you could be having a child, you know what I mean? And that could account for this joyfulness and this faithfulness, right? Maybe this reunion with this person ends up with, a childbirth. A child could also be like a business. It doesn't always have to be a physical child, right? But you're going to be making enemies because of the new boundaries you're setting for yourself, because you're going to be in this bourgeoisie, King of Pentacles. You can't treat me anyhow. You can't say whatever you want to say to me. You got to reach, you're going to have high standards, child. And I love that for you. And that's going to create some enemies. When people think you're like, you're too full of yourself, who cares what they think? But that's what these enemies are kind of giving me. People who are mad that you're now holding yourself to a new standard. And the people who no longer have access to you can become an enemy because that door is bolted and closed. Let them hate out from outside the club. We don't care. They can't even get in. They really can't. Because that door is bolted so well and wired. What is it called? Where they put like the hot gun. Like it's wired shut. Ain't nobody getting through there. Okay? I think that's all I have for you guys, though. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email, the description box below. For any other inquiries, you just want to say hi, email me, okay? Love you guys. Thank you for always, sticking beside me, okay? Thank you, Kino and Spiritual Social, for this idea, right? Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 2, option 2, however you made your way here, thank you for joining me. Today's reading is going to be about what are you healing / letting go of, or what are you healing or letting go of, okay? This reading is inspired by 2 readers that I love here on YouTube. I dibble and dabble in a few readings. If it comes up, I'll try the reader. But these readers here are my tried and true girlies. I have been watching them since I started watching tarot readings 5 years ago. And that is Spiritual Social and Kino Tarot, okay? So I saw the first video from Spiritual Social, and hers was like, what wounds do you need to heal, or something like that. And then Kino did like a very similar reading about what do you need to heal. And I'm like, that's funny how I'm pretty sure they don't really know much about each other, or they don't know of each other. And even if they do, I've never seen them interact, but they both release that kind of reading around the same time. That's why I know it's divinely and spiritually aligned when people that I watch on the regular release readings around this with the same topics, and I know they don't really know each other like that. So I'm like, okay, now I'm inspired. I want to do that reading as well. It seems really interesting, and I do love to like add a little dash of spiritual on the channel when I can, and get away from the more superficial topics of love and appearances, you know what I mean? Because I did start this channel to help people. So let's see what comes through, what you need to heal, okay? I'm going to shuffle these cards. Here we have the Emperor. We have the 5 of Wands. Interesting. I'm getting a big energy of not thinking you're good enough is what I'm getting from this. There could also be something here about authority figures and you not liking to be told what to do. That could be something you're healing, okay? Or you like deferring to people and not fighting enough, right? That could be something coming through, because I'm not sure if the 5 of Wands was in reverse when I saw the cards, or if I turned it over to see what the card was and that's how it came up, right? But the Emperor is definitely someone who's an authority figure, and the 5 of Wands in reverse would be not fighting against authority or fighting against authority. Those could be the things you're trying to heal or let go of. You know what I mean? Maybe thinking you're always right, being so bullheaded, strong-headed, you know, people can't persuade you or change your opinion, that kind of thing. Always thinking you're right. That could be something you're healing and letting go of as well. Competition, right? Always feeling the need to compete with people around you. Like, that could be a big thing as well. Okay, you're just going to be learning how to sit comfortably in your masculine and go after what you want without thinking that it's a competition. That could be something coming through as well, because the Emperor is so sure of himself and he sits so comfortably in his masculine that he knows whatever he does is gonna happen for him. He has that, I don't want to call it blind confidence, but it's kind of like that self-assurance in a way where he's like, whatever I touch turns to gold. I have the Midas touch because I have the discipline, I have the drive, I have the ambition, you know what I mean? I have the sense to get what I want. There's no need for me to feel like I'm competing with other people because I know I'm one of one. I'm the Emperor amongst kings. Like, stop playing in my face. Amongst knights, amongst queens, amongst pages. The Emperor is the highest you can get. He embodies all of the kings. So he's someone who has all of it. He has the charisma. He has the mental fortitude, right? He has the confidence. And what's the last king that I'm missing? And then he has the emotional intelligence to get what he wants. So there's no need for him to be comparing and contrasting himself to other people, right? Or nor there's no need for him to be in a toxic masculine state of not being able to listen to other people or follow behind other people, right? But the Emperor is a natural leader, okay? But sometimes people who lead have to also follow. So those could be a few things you've been juggling with lately or just over the years, and that's something you're going to be healing and or letting go of. So let's get the cards out on the table. Emperor, still prominent. We also have the moon coming through. Let's see what cards come out for you guys. For my group twos, please, Spirit, what are they healing / letting go of? We have temperance. Yeah, there's something here about needing a balance to be able to be both. Be bossy, but also follow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm giving you guys like a very strong masculine, I already know what to do, I know kind of energy. But sometimes you have to balance that or offset that with, okay, receiving instead of just, you know, doing. Being in an energy where the Empress is like, I already know my, you know, Emperor has it handled. I don't have to really do much. You know, so maybe like letting go of control issues could be a thing coming through as well. The Emperor is very much like a control freak, I would say. My control freak cards are the Emperor and then the King of Swords. They definitely are too clinical and they're like, they want to have control over every little aspect. And sometimes you have to let things go. You can't be so strong-armed. You can't hold too tightly to things. You know what I mean? So that could be something coming through as well for you guys. And then we have the 7 of Wands. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the Tower. But these two are in reverse. So let's see what that's about. Give me a second. Here we have Temperance. But yeah, finding that balance within between the masculine and the feminine, the giving and receiving, the following and the leading is definitely the vibe that's coming through here. The 7 of Wands is all about having your guard up and thinking you have to fight for every little thing. So you guys are definitely giving me my combative, I already know, don't tell me what to do kind of energy. And I can resonate with this very strongly as a Virgo who tends to think she's always right. But most of the time I am. But I had to learn how to be more in my feminine energy. So, for example, I grew up in a very feminine or female-dominated household. And females don't really like being told what to do. Men don't either, but there's something about a woman, when a woman rules the house, the maternal household, women don't like being told you're wrong, fix your attitude, stop doing that, don't talk to me that way. Women have attitude problems, we can have control issues, especially when there's not a clear leader in the household. So I didn't grow up with a lot of men around, right? So it was just female. A lot of girls, sisters, aunts, grandmothers, no uncles, you know, brothers or fathers, you know what I mean? So it was just us women. So that means what happens when there's no men around to do men things? The women have to step up to the plate and do the men things. So we're fixing our own things. We're carrying up the 5-gallon bottle of water to the house all the time because there's no men around to do it. If something's broken in the household, we're fixing it. So we are already, you know, predominantly or predisposed to be in our masculine energy. So now when we do come around men and they try to help us or try to treat us like we're delicate females, and that's not something we're used to being, of course going to be combative and say we can do it ourselves, or we know what to do, or leave us alone, that kind of thing. That's how I am. I don't want to say I am, because I'm trying so hard to be soft, and let people do things for me and not always say I know or I can do it myself kind of thing. It's not about someone thinking you're less than, that you can't do it. It's just sometimes you have to be open to accepting help or admitting you need help. And even if you don't need help, accepting the help. Is why would you want to do everything yourself when there's people there who will want to help you? That kind of thing. Why did I just hear F the patriarchy? Guys, relax. Group 2, why y'all so aggressive now? Okay, I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot me. Shoot. Whether you are masculines or feminines, men, women's, I don't know. Okay? I'm not me saying women's, men or women. That's already the plural. Leave it right there. You don't like being told what to do. You don't like following orders or whatever. So you're definitely someone who can be quite combative, right? And like I said, as someone who grew up in a female household where we had to do everything ourselves, even the men things like the killing the bugs or picking up, just a bunch of things you as a woman do not want to do, but you have no choice because there are no men there to do it. You are just and you're masculine all the time because you had no time to be soft. And that's something I've been trying to unlearn. When I'm around men, if they want to open the door, go ahead, thanks. If they want to hold something for you, I'm like, I can do it myself. And then I have to be like, let them do it. I have to unlearn a lot of things as someone who grew up in just a female household where there was no men doing the men things. We were doing everything, right? And that's the kind of energy I'm getting here, where you don't want to bend. You don't want to be flexible. No one's saying you have to break, but you can bend and not break, right? You can be flexible. You can move. You can be pliable. You can listen. You can that kind of stuff. That's a lesson you guys are learning. That's very fun. I didn't expect that to come through, but it's definitely coming through for you guys. And I just want to say I understand, y'all. I'm here with you, right? We are part of the same struggle out here in these streets. I was just also always the girl, if I liked the guy, just being mean to him or arguing with him or that kind of thing. That was me in high school, because I didn't know how to interact with guys. And that's something that I've been learning how to do in my grown big age of 25 and beyond, right? Or even maybe a little before that, around the pandemic time, I started going out more and making more guy friends. And now it's a little easier for me to be cool around guys. I would always be nervous, not know what to say. And I would just be mean to them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm flirting with them. And it's no, it's not. I just don't I'm comfortable around the masculine energy, right? Very awkward, or just not talking if I didn't like you at all. If I did like you, just arguing, going back and forth with you, being mean or standoffish. So I'm I don't know how to interact with you. I've never been around guys. I always had girl friends. I always had female family members. So I'm just okay, how do we do this? And it's something I've been working through, and that's something I have been healing myself as well. But I feel I've got it down pat. When I'm on my own, I can do my own stuff, but then when I'm around guys, I know how to play the defenseless maiden. Oh God, it's still hard for me. I'm lying, guys. I'm lying through my teeth. But anyway, it's something I'm learning, and it's something you guys are learning as well. Whether you are a guy who grew up around mostly women, and you're trying to learn how to assert your more dominant side, or your more aggressive or your more masculine side, right? In the outside world, you don't like being told what to do because you were told to do your whole life. And I don't know how it's manifesting for everyone, but my story is how it manifested for me. Okay, so whether you grew up in a mixed bag household where you had the proper balance of feminine and masculine, right now you are learning how to balance those energies within you. Okay, the Temperance card is all about moderation, where sometimes we have too much masculine. Let's just move it over a little bit, pour a little bit out, and then we have a good amount. Sometimes you don't have enough. Let's pour a little bit in. That's the kind of energy coming through right now, okay? Then we have the 7 of Wands, which is a very on the defense, fighting, standing my ground, I will not back down kind of energy. That's something you're definitely healing. and trying to let go of, or maybe being angry very easily, or just defensive, right? Someone tells you something and instead of you being like, okay, I can change it, you're like, I'm fine, that kind of thing, and you're not fine. Okay, let's move on, right? Shall we? We have the Tower in reverse. I'm also getting not blowing up or crashing out as much as you used to or as easily as you used to. So not getting triggered so much. That's what I'm getting now that's coming through strongly with you, where if someone's trying to give you constructive criticism, you're not immediately like, I know, or leave me alone, or I didn't ask you. You're just like, okay, I'm open to this, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much you want to break a pencil, you know what I mean? No matter how much it takes for you to sit there and like have someone say something to you that you didn't care to ask for, or that you didn't even like think you need to change or whatever. That's the kind of vibe coming through, because with the whole being on the defense and the Tower in reverse kind of giving me crash out energy, you're trying not to crash out and burn all your bridges, or like, cut off all your people around you because you're too aggressive, you're too mean, you're too hard to be around, too hard to work with. It's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. Like, it's giving diva energy or dawn energy, where it's like you want everything your way and that's it. And that's not always a good thing, because temperance is about compromising, right? Whether it's being less masculine when needed or more feminine when needed, or, opening yourself up to, being more feminine or accepting criticism, or being more dominant and, even giving criticism, or being the leader, or, stepping into leader roles. It just depends. But either way, the temperance is like, giving a little bit, taking a little bit, and making sure everything is like just right kind of energy, whether it's not getting so upset all the time or getting more upset, right? It just depends who's watching, honestly. But I feel like that's what you guys are healing in a little bit, not crashing out so much, learning how to let go, release, stop walking around with that stick up your butt like something's always gonna like pop off, not being so defensive when people are telling you to do this or to do that, not being so F the patriarchy kind of energy. That's the kind of vibe coming through for you guys, okay? So just, I'm here. I understand. We are the same, okay? I'm learning and it's becoming easier, but it's still hard on some days, because it's like in my brain, I think that they think I'm incapable of doing it. And I'm like, I know I can do it myself, but it's not that. Men are natural problem solvers, for my women watching, okay? They're natural problem solvers. So when they see something that they think, they just want to help. Some of them are being patronizing. I'm not even going to lie, but for, sometimes there are some true gentlemen who want to take some weight off your shoulders, and it's not because they think you're incompetent and you can't do it yourself. It's just they want to help and they want to solve and they want to fix, okay? So let them, right? It's one less thing for you to do. Look at it that way. That's how I look at it. It's one less thing off my shoulders, off my plate, okay? There's no need for me to be like, oh, so you think I'm dumb, huh? No. Woo-sa. Okay? There we go. We'll breathe together. That felt nice, didn't it? Okay. Whenever I need to like calm down, because I was a little heated this morning, I listen to I Am Light by India Ari, and it just always brings me back down, right? This song is so beautiful, okay? Whenever you're feeling triggered or misunderstood, she's just like, I am light. I am not my wounds. I am not this physical vessel. I am a soul. And I am light. It's chill. It's chill, right? So maybe I listen to some India.Re, right? Some meditation music, okay? Maybe some of you get angry too quickly. That could be something coming through that you guys are healing. That's what I mean by already trying to be on the defense, and kind of like anger inside out, where you just kind of like goes off. And sometimes you don't even know why you are triggered by certain things, right? But that's what you're healing. You're understanding why you're triggered by certain things, what caused it, what do you have to do to fix it, and how to balance those energies with the Temperance card coming through. Now, we also have 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and it's kind of giving me maternal, it's kind of giving me home life. So maybe, like I said, in my case, based on my home life and me being always around women who have to do everything and do both the feminine and the masculine, play the father and the mother, it led to me being the same way, thinking, I don't need men. What are men here for? Like, they're not good for anything. I can do everything myself kind of energy. And it's not always about being able to do it yourself. It's about compromising and saying, hey, we're going to, take this down a notch. They're not saying you're incompetent. They just want to help. They want to take some things off your plate. They want to unburden you. That's fine, right? That's cool. And like talking yourself down from the ledge. literally, or me, myself. That's the kind of vibe coming through. But it's like, unlearning things you learned growing up is basically what I feel like is coming through here for you guys. Whether it's I don't need a man, whether it's men ain't ish, whether it's F the patriarchy, whether it's I don't have to listen to nobody, whatever those things are going to be for you, things that you learn in the household. And I already went over a few of them, so pick and choose whichever one resonates the most for you. Or if it's all of them, hey, we're all healing, okay? Oh boy, like my friend would say, one of my first true guy friends, we're all working on something, right? We're all working on something, Anywho, that's what's coming through for you guys. That's what's coming through. But I do feel like you're unlearning a lot of the things you learned as a child in your house growing up. That's what Ten of Pentacles represents for me. It represents things that were passed down in the familial line, right? And I'm hearing the song "Family Line" by what's his name? Oh my gosh, just right to the tip of my tongue. Conan Gray, where he's basically like, let me look it up. Okay, so trigger warning. Okay, because there's some things he talks about in the song that may not be the best for people to hear if you're still going through the situation. But basically he says, my father never talked a lot. He just took a walk around the block till his hanger not hanger. Oh my gosh, I'm turning Jamaican. Let me stop. They love to add H's where there's no H's, but I'm not Jamaican, I promise. If there's anything wrong with being Jamaican, Lord. Okay, let me look at me talking myself into a freaking hole. Till his anger got a hold of him and then he'd hit. Okay. My mother never cried a lot. She took punches, but she never fought. Till she said, I'm leaving and I'll take the kids. So she did. You see the dynamics coming through in here. It's giving abuse. It's giving my mom never cried a lot, so I can't cry. I can't show emotion. My dad never talked a lot. He just took a walk around the block, and then his anger got a hold of him, and then he'd hit. So not being able to express your anger in a healthy way. Okay, if I'm triggering you, I apologize. Let's just keep going, okay? I say they're just ones who gave me life, but I truly am my parents' child. Scattered across my family line, I'm so good at telling lies. That came from my mother's side, told a million to survive. Scattered across my family line, God, I have my father's eyes. But my sisters, when I cry, I can run, but I can't hide from my family line. Okay, child, this song triggered me when I first heard it. I'm like, oof, we all have a bunch of stuff we got from family, learned from family, experience from family that we just love not to. That's our trauma right there. So there could be some traumas you're overcoming that you were predisposed to or exposed to as a child. You know what I mean? And it's something you're trying hard to break for the next generation, whether you have kids or not. It's just something you don't want to deal with anymore. Okay. He keeps saying, what else? It's hard to put it into words how the holidays will always hurt. I watch the fathers with their little girls and wonder what I did to deserve this. How could you hurt a little kid? I can't forget. I can't forgive you. Because now I'm scared that everyone I love will leave me. Whoo, child. I tell you, this song done triggered me. I don't know why, but it's coming through, so I'm going to get through it for y'all. This song be, child, when I first heard it, I just, bars. And then it goes back to the chorus. Scattered across my family line, I'm so good at telling lies. That came from my mother's side. I told a million to survive. Scattered across my family line, God, I have my father's eyes. But my sisters, when I cry, I can run, but I can't hide from my family line. And then the last verse is, oh, all that I did to try to undo it. All of my pain and all your excuses. I was a kid, but I wasn't clueless. Someone who loves you wouldn't do this. All of my past, I tried to erase it, but now I see, would I even change it? I might share a face and share a last name. We are not the same. Who child bars, okay? This is the end of the song where he's like, hey, I may look like them. I may come from them. I am not them, and my future doesn't have to be that. What they tried to instill in me or what I grew up seeing and hearing and believing, right? People will not leave me. You do not show love by hitting someone. Like, just these little things that we're so, predisposed to as kids. And we're just like, is this how life is supposed to be? And then you realize it's not. And it's like, oh, I can't change this. I don't have to be miserable. I don't have to be mad. I don't have to blame everyone else for my sorrow and pain. I just got to heal and keep pushing forward. And eventually, I will become someone that I needed me to be as a child. That's one thing that I remember posting on my channel is like, I love that I am someone who my childhood self or my child or me as a child would have trusted and believed in, because I believe you when you said this happened. I will not harm you. I will not belittle you. I will not, like, just certain things, guys. So that's what I feel like is coming through for y'all. Didn't mean to trigger nobody today, right? But let's keep going and get some cards from the Urban Crow Oracle to see what else we are letting go of or healing. Oh boy, that was something. I need a few deep breaths for y'all because I'm getting a little triggered here. But by the end of the song, basically, he's like, what I thought was ingrained in me or I was cursed with are now things that I'm fixing, and I'm realizing, hey, this isn't your fault. This isn't your story. This isn't your future. This is just your history. And the history belongs where? In the past. Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. What else is coming through for my group twos, please? For what are they healing or letting go of? Here we have gifts. Maybe, this is what I was getting at, where it's hard for you to receive. So maybe you guys are the ones in your chronic masculine, or what do they call it? Distorted masculine. Okay. Thank you, Lotus Tall Tarot. Let me stop. I'm acting a fool. But you're distorted masculine, where all the things that you consider to be masculine are like, it's not really masculine. It's like an unhealthy masculine vibe, if you will. The next one we have is scavenge. Yeah, that thing. Look, we have gifts and scavenge. They kind of give the same vibe. I never have enough. Like, the things people give me are conditional. They come with something. I have to give something in return, that kind of thing. But it's like people who want to give to you, you have a hard time receiving because you are just like, oh, it comes with conditions. Or I don't want to be seen as someone who needs help from someone. I want to be hyper independent. I don't need nobody. And it's like, it's not always about needing. It's about being, just like accepting the help when it comes. Because there will be times when there were times when you wish you had the help, and now that you're getting it, you're like, oh, I don't need it. You can be strong, but that's stupidity. If someone wants to help you, let them help you, right? Not to call nobody stupid or anything, but it's like certain things are madness. Like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, is insanity. So you want to be soft, but you keep doing the hard things. It's not adding up, child. Sometimes you gotta pour a little bit of that masculine out, that pride out, that I don't need help out, and let some softness in the form of somebody else or you doing nice things for yourself, okay? Lordy, 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 scavenge. Thinking there's never enough, especially if you came from a household where food was like, scarce and there really wasn't many or much. You didn't really get gifts for Christmas. And that's something he mentioned, was it not? In the song? Or was it about the parents being nice to little girls? I think there's something here about gifts now. How the holidays will always hurt. Yeah, so like having no gifts on Christmas. I'm thinking of Notorious B.I.G. talking about birthdays was the worst days. Now I sip champagne. Why can't I talk? Now I sip champagne when we're Thursdays. When he would wake up on his birthday and Christmas and there was no gifts under the tree, and now he's able to do those things for himself, and then he's sipping champagne whenever he's thirsty instead of realizing there was nothing there to drink. Like, there's stuff like that coming through, not realizing that just because you didn't have money when you were younger doesn't mean that's your future, right? Getting into a place where it's comfortable, opening up and receiving and realizing that life can be good after trauma or pain. You know what I mean? I'm hearing life after lockup. Some of you could be coming from like a household or background or past where someone was locked up, and that affected your everyday life, and you thought you were going to end up like the person that was locked up, and that's not true. Or coming from a household where you couldn't afford to eat or for presents or gifts, and realizing that now that you're grown, that is not your future. That's not your story anymore. That's in the past. It does affect who you became, but it doesn't have to be who you will forever and always be, is the kind of energy coming through for you guys. You didn't have gifts, but you have gifts now. you weren't able to receive anything back then, and that's something you thought you would never be able to receive, or you always thought yourself as, I don't deserve these things, which is why I never got it. That's not true either. You're unlearning these lies you told yourself when you were younger to survive. And that's basically what he was saying in this song here. So I do highly recommend listening to Family Line by Conan Gray. That is CONANGRAY, Conan Gray. I do want one more card from this deck. It's such a beautiful song. But I'm not going to cry, I promise. And look at what we have coming out, guys. Wrath. Yeah, some of y'all's angry. I need to go to an escape room, not an escape room, one of those destruction rooms to just slam and break everything in your path, right? Get that anger out. The Emperor is very much the embodiment of Mars energy, and Mars is anger, it's wrath, it's rage. Okay, but it's also ambition. You could turn those negative energies into positive energies, right? It doesn't always have to mean destruction. It can mean creation or creation from destruction, right? The phoenix rising from the ashes. This person that you became, you can burn them all up and be reborn, you know? I'm hearing reborn in the fire, right? That's interesting. Is there like some kind of practice where you like burn, maybe walking over hot coals? I'm trying to think of if there's any like spiritual or religious significance to that phoenix being born from the ashes, if it's just like a spiritual thing. Deciding to become someone new and stepping into a new timeline and you killing your old self kind of thing. Ego death, that could be coming through as well. You're going to be healing that ego of, I don't need help, I don't need you, I don't need this, I don't need that. And it's like, yeah, you do. And it's okay to admit that you do, right? You don't have to become beholden to those things and feelings and people, but it's okay to admit that you want softness, you want love, you need help, right? Okay. Now we have direction. See, it's like finding a new direction. Falling in the wrong direction. Wrong Direction by Haley Steinfeld is coming through. I'm trying to remember what that song was about. Falling. I know it's a song she made after she broke up with freaking Niall Horan. And that's why everyone was like, it's about him. Like he was from One Direction. Now the song is called Wrong Direction. Like, I'm like, okay, not too much on Niall now. And I'm not defending him because I'm pretty sure he did some things, which is why they broke up. But not too much on now. He's one of my favorites. Okay? And the song says, I don't hate you. No, I couldn't if I wanted to. Wrath coming through again. I just hate all the hurt that you put me through. And that I blame myself for letting you. Ooh, that's crazy bars. I never really listened to the lyrics like this, but I hear it. Did you know I already knew? I couldn't even see you through the smoke. Looking back, I probably should have known. But I just wanted to believe that you were out sleeping alone. Interesting. Maybe you guys have been cheated on and that's also something you're healing from. That it wasn't your fault. That this is not going to happen every time you let your heart, open up and put your heart in someone else's hands, right? That can be coming through as well. Then we have growth. We have direction and growth. I love these beautiful positive energies coming through. Direction and growth. I love to see it. It's kind of like moving forward, and that's what you're healing. You're going to be able to like go in a new direction instead of the wrong direction, right? So maybe the path you were headed down previously before you started healing was the wrong direction, and now you have proper direction. You're moving up in the sky. The bird is flying up into the clouds, into the sky, dreaming, daydreaming is coming through. Now you're finally having positive thoughts. Now you have dreams of your life and where it can go. Instead of thinking you're supposed to end up in jail or barefoot and pregnant or single and alone or single mother, single father, that's something you thought was like destined for you because of what you came from, or you were destined to be an abuser or something like that has come through. Very heavy, emotions, feelings, and songs are coming through, or you were destined to be a cheater or something like that because of what happened when you were younger. And it's like this direction and growth is saying negatory. I refuse. I have dreams. I'm soaring. And there's also a soar card in this deck. But we're not going to look for that because that's not important. And I love how at the bottom of the deck we have Night in reverse. So Dark Night of the Soul, that kind of energy is going to be in your past. And we have multiple in life. So don't think you're home free. You are for now. But these things come up, right? There could be like a setback that kind of pushes you back to this energy, but it's just imperative that you keep fighting that you remember your direction. Like I said, Mars is destruction, but it's also direction and ambition. It's knowing I deserve better than this, and I will get better than this. I will have better than this, okay? But yeah, growth is definitely a big thing. You are growing from who you used to be, and it's because you found some kind of direction for the person you want to be. So now you're pushing and thriving and, you know, striving for that thing. Now, we are going to, what was I going to do next? Did I even pull these for the other? I did. Okay, we'll go into some quotes or some daily crystal inspiration. Just see some things you have to say to yourself, right? Or some inspiration along the way of your healing journey. Some things you need to hear, some things you're already doing is what I use these as in group 1. So my group 2s, please, Spirit, what do they need to hear? What do they need to know from these beautiful crystals? Here we have red jasper, take action. Mars coming through once again in this beautiful, vibrant red. So maybe you should be working with red jasper for my crystal girlies and gents. Or for my people, I don't want to, you know. And then we have shungite, detox your life. Absolutely. Like, look at the cards coming through. Yes, you need to detox your life and let go of the people and the emotions and the feelings that are holding you back. So work with red jasper and shungite. These are things you're doing. You're taking action, detoxing your life. That's how you're healing, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have amethyst, which is trust your intuition. So we'll just put that somewhere around here. Trust your intuition. And it's funny because the high priestess, I remember, wants to come out for you guys. And the high priestess is definitely someone who has come from darkness, who's able to dwell in both the dark and the light. It's something she learned. It's something she didn't use as something to isolate herself. It's something she used to evolve, you know, to grow herself. That doesn't make sense. Elevate herself is the word I was looking for. Okay, now I'm going to get some cards from this deck here to see what comes after this healing. There's a bunch of different things in this deck, so anything can come through, honestly. But it's just so we can end on a positive note. Thank you for sticking with me this long if you did. Put a black bird in the comments if you stuck around to the end. What is coming after the healing process? After the healing and letting go, what comes after? We have soldiers. You're going to continue fighting. And it's going to be something you're going to be like, it's like, I'm trained to do this. I'm trained in all these kinds of forms of battle strategies. Like when these things do come back around, I do find myself back in war. I have the tools I need, the GUNs, the armor to get through it, fight through it, to end up on the other side victorious. Okay? So it's definitely skills you're learning to help you get through anything that you will experience in life. You know what I mean? Here we have money. Money, money, money. Ain't it funny? Let me stop. In the rich man's world. Not ABBA coming through. So we have money, her, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles coming through as well. And I really wasn't getting that as money coming through. Maybe you are building generational wealth, but it was more so letting go of generational traumas. What I feel like what that card meant. But we have money coming through, so period. One way or another, we have reunion. This came through in group 1. What's up with reunions? Well, you may know what it means. There could be somebody in your life you want to reunite with. It could be like, you know, an estranged family member is what I just heard, specifically for your group. Or it could be an old lover, somebody that, as soon as I say that, we have love. Yeah, it could be an old lover. Then we have hope. This is a gorgeous card. Go. I don't get it enough from this deck, but we have hope. There's something here about you now being able to believe that love is yours, true love is yours. You can fall in love. You can have a healthy relationship. You know, having hope even during the war. That this is something, there's something that's coming through. A Kanye West song is coming through. Not that one, there's another one. But it's like, do you realize that you are a champion? Yeah, yeah. Yes, I did. But it's like Through the Wire is the song that's coming through. Through the Wire. Is that a Kanye West song? Yes, the Kanye West song is Through the Wire, to the limit, to the war. But the reason why it's coming through, I feel like, is because when I was younger, I always thought it said through the fire, it's the limit to the wall, or war. So that's what I always put the lyrics for. It's today years old. I'm today years old when I'm realizing it's through the fire, to the limit, to the wall, okay? I don't know if they got the lyrics right, but I feel like my lyrics are better, but it's fine. It's cool. But that's what's coming through. That's why it was coming through, because through the war, through the fire, through the limit, is the limit through the war. Whatever my lyrics I thought they were, but that's what's coming through. Yeah, Through the Wire, Kanye West, but also Champion is coming through by Kanye West. So very beautiful songs. Kanye West's lyricism is amazing. We're just gonna separate the man from the music for a second here, and definitely giving genius vibes, right? And it's funny how they're showing me another song, Notorious B.I.G. Mo Money Mo Problems. And that's funny because it's got money. Yeah. See, I love y'all rap, huh? This is my rap group, because I don't, I mean, the songs were coming through, but I haven't heard this song in a long time. That's how No Spirit be really, speaking through me, because I'm like, Through the Wire, like the song wasn't coming through at first. I'm like, I know it was a Kanye West song, but it wasn't Champion. It was another one. And then this song came through. It's this one. I was hearing, on the fire, it's the limit through the wall. And that's how I was like, I'm hearing war, but it's through the wall, to the wall. I don't freaking know. But anyway, that's coming through for y'all. But like I said, we have love coming through. We have reunion. You could be reuniting with reunited with a lover. Okay. Money's coming through. Soldier. Maybe somebody's coming. Maybe you're gonna reunite with a lover. Can you imagine if that's coming through in the reading? You're reunited with the loved one that was like in the war, right? They're coming home, and that's something you can have to look forward to. How beautiful. And that's a blessing in and of itself, because not everybody comes home from war. So that's great for you, right? That's really a blessing coming through, because you had hope, right? Anywho, that's all that I have for you guys. So I don't want to keep chatting. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But if you just want to, not always for a reading, you want to say hi, feel free, email me. Love to hear from you guys. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3 or option 3, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about what are you healing / letting go of, or letting go of. Okay. So let me take off the AC, even though it's not even doing that good of a job, pissing me off, having me up in here hot and things. What are you healing / letting go of? Okay. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, and I also saw there was one of them queens or something. Let's do one more shuffle. The 6 of Pentacles, when it comes to like healing, is learning how to receive. I'm hearing in learning how to receive. It's not in moderation. That's not what I was hearing. It could be. But then we have the Ace of Pentacles coming through as well. So there's something here about healing. Is the light on for you guys? It's not. I think it's fine. You guys can still see without the light. Not that well. Oh, man. Maybe there's something here about lights turning lights on. I really don't want to stop the reading and have to turn the light on. We have Ace of Pentacles still at the bottom of the deck. Let's cut the deck and see what else is here. We have 8 of Cups walking away. Interesting. Learning how to walk away from good enough and go for what you actually deserve and move towards better is the vibe that's coming through with these cards. Okay, because we had one of the queens, I believe it was, or a king, and the 6 of Pentacles. Now we have the 8 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. And aces or pentacles in general are all about material things. So learning how to receive more material things, learning to feel worthy of material things. When you get things or things come your way, not to question it, right? Moving on from a lack mentality is what I'm getting, but moving on from good enough and moving towards more than good enough or better than good, right? Because the 8 of Cups, when it comes down to it, is all about moving from a relationship that's, okay, I could deal with it. It's not horrible, right? It's almost good. And learning to go for the gold and not, settle for bronze or platinum. Like, go for gold, okay? There's no need for you to settle at all. That could be a thing coming through. No settling, no more settling for anything in life. When it comes to money, when it comes to career, when it comes to love, no more settling. I really want to know what, like, I don't think if I see it, I would be able to tell, but it was one of the queens, I believe, coming out. It could have been either Queen of Cups or Queen of Pentacles. I'm not 100% sure. It wasn't Queen of Swords. It could have been King of Wands as well. I don't remember what it looked like, but I know it was one of the people on the throne. So it was a king or a queen, right? But that's what's coming through for you guys. Learning how to settle, not how not to settle. Look at that. Please. Learning how not to settle for good enough. The Eight of Cups is like, I could stay here and be happy, right? But I want to go for my Nine of Cups, my wish come true, and eventually my Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate fulfillment emotionally. So let's see what actually comes through for you guys. My group threes, please, Spirit. Yeah, movement forward, moving on, leaving certain things in the past. Yeah, the light is not on, but you're seeing it good enough. That's what's coming through for you guys. That's what you're healing. Let's see what else comes through first before I get stuck to the full message. My group threes, please, Spirit. What are they healing and or letting go of? The world. Hopefully you're not seeing too much nudity. I don't need YouTube saying nothing to me. You have, yeah, there's something here about endings. Yeah. But I want the full message first before I just start yapping. Let's see. Your message is coming through as like a full message, whereas everyone else's messages were coming through. And then we have Six of Cups about generosity, being kind. Learning how to accept love is what the Six of Cups is kind of giving me in this instance, because we have the cup and the Ace of Cups. It's like someone who's giving you some affection, who's giving you a cup that's runneth over and overfilling, overflowing. And it's like learning how to accept that. You know, learning how to accept love can be what you're healing. Maybe you don't think you deserve it or something along those lines. But like I was saying earlier, your message is coming through slower than the other groups. So it could be just like one short message. Even though their messages were kind of like one message too. Look at how that fell. How interesting. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Can I get a clarifier for the Page of Pentacles? Why is that here? I'm not 100% sure about that. But the Page of Pentacles is like fearlessly embarking on a new journey. The pages have no fear in their heart. They have no fear of failure. They just want to do. They want to go. They want to explore. They want to live. So that could be something like, not like I said. Yeah, there's something burning inside of you. So like you're greedy for life. It's giving hedonist vibes where I want to experience every little thing, and that is the energy where you need to stay in. You don't need to talk about, oh, this is good enough, I have to settle for this. No. If you want to get the best of the best, you want to travel to Africa one day, you want to travel to Thailand, you want to travel to Greece, you want to visit every 7 continent, you want to go to Antarctica and take a trek there, you want to climb up Mount Kilimanjaro. Don't ever stop going after what you want. Don't ever stop chasing that thirst, that lust for life is what you're healing. Like thinking that, it's fine if I just do this. No, if you want more, then go and be more and do more. Stop thinking that, oh, this is good enough. None of that good enough mess is going to cut it anymore, okay? We need to go after what we want wholeheartedly. That's what I'm getting for you guys. That's what you're healing. Not believing that you have what it takes to get to a certain place or do a certain thing, right? Interesting. Can I get a clear? Maybe the chariot. Wow! Exactly. Sorry. I didn't mean to get crazy, but period. I'm like, can I get a clarifier still for the, Page of Pentacles? They said, here. Okay. So we have the Chariot card coming through for that. That is a beautiful clarifier. So going after what you want is something you're healing. That getting rid of that timidity, right? That, oh, it's fine. No, it's not fine. If someone can't bring you flowers, oh, it's okay. No, it's not. The Six of Cups, you want our flowers, give it to us. The world is like being in the spotlight and being the center of attention. All eyes on you. You are the star. You are in the spotlight. You are what everybody's seeing. You are what everyone is celebrating. You are what everyone wants at the end of the day. You are the prize. Yeah, you see? You're the prize, group 3. And that's something you're trying to heal or learn or let go of, that you're not the prize. Like, you are. Like, can you stop playing? Like, don't piss me off. You are the prize, literally. The world, everyone is revolving around you and everything's revolving around you. The Six of Cups, everyone is bringing you something. Everyone wants to be generous and they want to lend you. They want to cater to you kind of energy. Six of Swords, we literally have someone helping this mother and her child go across from troubled waters. People want to help you. And you're kind of like, oh, no, it's fine. No, it's not. Stop settling for less. If someone can't be your everything that you want on your list, do not settle for anything less than everything you want in life. From a relationship, from a job, from friends, from family, from work. Like, that's the vibe coming through here. You're healing that. Not believing you deserve the best of the best. You deserve every ounce of effort you give to someone. That's the kind of energy coming through the Eight of Cups. Like, yeah, I can stay here. I can continue to overgive. It's fine. As long as I'm getting some kind of love, as long as I'm feeling some kind of, appreciation. Why are you? No, don't ever. We want 10 of Cups here. We want 9 of Cups feeling with 10 of Cups fulfillment. Okay, 9 of Cups, getting your wish come true, but you're also emotionally fulfilled from that wish come true. 10 of Cups, you want those. You don't want the 8 of Cups. What the heck? Which is why we're moving on from this troubled water and the Six of Swords coming through here. Which is why we're finally letting ourselves be seen in the World card here. We're finally accepting our flowers. You know what else you're letting go of? Timidity was a good word, but it's not the perfect word. The better word is, what's the word for not being appreciated enough? Someone who wants to sing your praises, you're kind of like, oh, no, it's fine. No, let them sing your praises. What do you mean? Let them put you on a pedestal. Let them hype you up. Let yourself be chased, lauded, celebrated. Do that. Be that. Right? That's the kind of energy coming through here. Like, you're not being timid. You're being like, you don't want people, it's like you don't want all the spotlight and shine on you. And that's something that you're going to have to learn to overcome, because this energy is giving someone who's meant to have people help them and be a part of something big and have people be of service to them in some kind of way. So maybe you're the person who wants to be of service to everyone, but that's not your least in life. Your least in life is to, of course, be that, because that's why you deserve the best of the best. You deserve all these people doing things for you, because you're always that for everyone else. But don't ever say, okay, or ever settle for okay, I'll just continue doing everything for everyone, and it's fine if I only get a little bit in return. No. You deserve the whole bouquet, not just one flower. Okay? Yeah. That's the kind of energy coming through. But I lost the word that was coming through in my mind for what was coming through for y'all. Like, timidity is cute. Like, you're a little shy, you're reserved, you're held back, but it's another word coming through. I can't remember, and how annoying is that? But what you are healing and or letting go of is playing small. That's the perfect word. There we go. They said it's going to come through one way or another. Playing small is the vibe coming through for you guys. No more playing small. Letting people do for you. Letting people celebrate you. Sing your praises is the vibe coming through here, because you deserve it. It's because it's the same thing. The same thing that you're doing or people are going to be doing for you is the same thing you've been doing for everyone, right? But this Page of Pentacles being clarified, I'm hearing the revolution when I'm televised. Maybe you're scared of, like I said, being perceived or seen or celebrated or placed on the big screen or having all the attention on you. But the Chariot card is definitely giving go after what you want kind of energy. Or put yourself in the spotlight. Be loud. Take up space is what I'm hearing. A song is coming through for y'all. Take Up Space, Sis is the name of the song. I can't remember who it's by, but I'm pretty sure there's not many songs called Take Up Space, Sis. Okay? I'm pretty sure it's by Spiritual Girly, but it's called Take Up Space, Sis. And I think I have it saved on Spotify, so you should be able to find it on Spotify. If not, you should be able to find it on YouTube somewhere. You know what I mean? Because you can't find it anywhere else. Best believe it will be on YouTube somewhere, right? That's how I feel about that one song from Eclipse, the Sia song. I know you're free to go. Like, that was my song, bro. And then it's not on Spotify. It's not on freaking Apple Music. And I'm like, excuse the heck out of me. But it is on YouTube, okay? Anyway, yeah, that's coming through for you guys. Maybe you are someone who needs to speak more, be more outspoken, be your quirky self. That's the kind of energy coming through for you guys. I feel like I want to, like, this message just seems like it's too short. I'm like, Rib, you've been here for 12 minutes. That's it. That's all we're going to be getting. Like, everyone else's messages were more intricate. You're getting like a more short to the point message. The Six of Swords is literally the call of healing. So it's definitely coming through that. What you are healing your healing is pulling off. Maybe you've done a lot of healing already. Maybe you've done a lot of overhaul already. Maybe you've done a lot of work already. Now it's just time for you to, like, okay, you're healed. Now it's time for you to step into your destiny, step into the shine, step into the spotlight, into the sunshine, and let yourself be seen and celebrated, right? Or maybe, like, it's kind of giving me, let people see how you've changed. You're not the same person who you were before. You're not the shy person who was fine being on the sidelines. No, now I want to be in the fray. And if someone has something to say about it, too bad, tough shiz. That's not my problem. You know, it's kind of giving me the friend that was like the wallflower for the longest time. And now she had like her little glow up moment. And now she's scared of like overshadowing her friends now because she wants to be the person who's doing the, you know, wearing the IG baddie clothes, who has her own aesthetic, who's doing her makeup, fixing her hair. But she doesn't want to now overshadow the friend that was the one who was always in the spotlight. And it's kind of like, who cares what that friend think? If they don't want you to look good beside them, they're fine with you being the frumpy wallflower friend to their larger than life, getting all the attention kind of friend. They want your friend in the first place. You guys should both be in the spotlight getting attention. That's the kind of energy coming through here. You know, you're like, oh, but my friend is the baddie, not me. What do you mean? I wish somebody would say I would smack them. What do you mean your friend is the baddie? Okay, and you want to be a baddie now too. Go ahead, sis. Take up space, sis. Like, stop playing with me. Like, don't do that. That's the kind of energy coming through here. Take up space. Whether it's you was always the quiet sibling and now there's already a loud sibling. There could be two. My friend is a baddie. There could be two baddies. Why would your friend not want you to be a baddie? Not saying she doesn't or she does. It's just giving, don't be caring about what she's thinking about. Like, do you. There's only one life. You have one life to live. You should be doing it to make you happy, not in a selfish way, but in a way where I want to experience every single thing. Oh, I wasn't the only one to travel. Now, if you do, travel. Oh, but that's not me. Yes, it is. It's who you are now. It's who you healed into. Like, stop playing. The world card is accomplishments. You know, accepting a compliment could be a thing that's coming through as well. Accepting a compliment. If you want to walk outside half naked and that wasn't something you used to do, who cares? Do it. Like, that's the kind of energy coming through for you guys here for sure. Like, I feel like I need more cards for y'all, but I don't want to get card heavy because the reading's going to get too long. The Six of Pentacles, not Six of Pentacles, sorry. That didn't come through for you guys though, so I can understand why it's coming through again. Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups is all about generosity, being nice, giving to people. It's charity. It's giving what you give, like, literally. Giving what you give. Six of Cups is nostalgia, past, childhood, people, friends from your own, feeling comfortable in your own skin is also a vibe coming through as well. Or kind of giving into the whole childlike nature of yourself. You know, maybe you want to be more childlike. Maybe you want to be more innocent. Maybe you want to be more whimsical. And that's something you're like, oh, but I don't know, I'm too grown. No, you're not. You're not too grown to ever be. You're never too grown to be whimsical. If you want to dress up like a fairy every day, do that. Right? That's kind of energy. Tapping into that childlike energy. And children do not care how they're perceived. They just do whatever they want. It's until society tells them, oh, you can't do that, you can't be that, you can't wear that, you can't say that, that they start, like, you know, molding or melding into appropriate people for society. Otherwise, people, if they were able to be whoever they wanted to be, they would be like, everyone would be so authentic. There are so many fake people. You need to stay your authentic self. Maybe before you were scared of what people would think, you were always shy, you didn't talk much, you didn't want to be in the spotlight, and now you do. That's all you need. That's all. That's it. That's the only permission you need from yourself to be who you always wanted to be. Do not care what other people think is the kind of energy coming through for you guys, okay? Some of you can be coming from another group, I feel like, because I feel like all the things that I said from the other group was like in preparation for this energy stepping out, popping out. It's like stepping out to the scene is what I'm getting. But this Page of Pentacles is being in that childlike energy. Like I was saying, the Page of Pentacles has no fear. They want this pentacle. They want it to grow. They're going to go find somewhere to plant it. They're going to plant themselves somewhere where they're going to be watered. Six of Cups. Where they're going to get some sunlight. The world. Right? Where they're going to get some water. Six of Swords. And it's someone who's watering them, who's giving to them, who's feeding them, pouring into them. That's exactly what I was saying. This person's giving this person a whole cup. Like, here, your cup now runneth over. I'm giving you the compliments. I'm giving you the reassurance you need. Being able to accept that and then believe that from people, you know, receiving compliments. Exactly. It's pretty straightforward for y'all, honestly. Let's see if anything else wants to come through for you guys, though. Let's see. For my group threes, please, what are they healing? You're healing your past. This Six of Swords and another six. Wow. We had Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and Six of Cups. 666 is coming through. Let me see what that angel number means. It always skews me to say it because I grew up in a Christian household and that is the number of the beast. So I hate saying it, but let's see what the angel number 666 means. Yeah, it's often associated with balance, harmony, and a reminder to focus on personal growth and spiritual well-being. It's not necessarily a negative omen, but rather a message to realign your thoughts and actions with your higher purpose, who you want to be exactly. If you want to be in the spotlight, start doing things that will get you there. Start planting those seeds and watering it. Go where you are watered, right? If you already planted the seed and you're the seed, now you have to go where this person with the cups, Ace of Cups is, to water that seed. You gotta go somewhere where the sun is, a place where because plants need sunlight, right? You gotta go somewhere where there's water because plants also need water. I love how it's coming through together. It's flowing very beautifully. But that's definitely what's coming through. It says pay attention to your needs. Be more selfish. It's something you're learning how to do. And foster healthy relationships. I think your message is pretty clear. Get rid of the people who don't give you to you. Demand what you deserve. With the Eight of Cups coming through in the beginning and the Six of Pentacles, the things you give, if you're not finding people who are giving the same way you're giving, keep moving until you do. Until you find that person with the Ace of Cup ready to water you, that sun person who's ready to shower you with, sunlight, bathe you in sunlight, build you up, and find this person who's ready to give you or take you to the water that you need to bring you over from troubled waters to safe pastures, to green pastures, right? Learning to pay attention to what you need and stop worrying about everyone else. It's something you did enough of. You did enough, as I'm getting a vibe of. You did enough of that. It's time for you to move along, okay? I'm hearing that song from 5 Sauce, 5 Seconds of Summer. Move along, moving along. I'll look it up in a minute, but I'm still stuck on the 666 energy coming through, right? Balance, harmony, reminder to focus on yourself and your spiritual well-being. Getting to where you want to go. Your goals. Yeah, period. And then fostering healthy relationships is basically what's coming through here. And I think something about relationships was coming through, was it not? Yeah, I think I was saying like that Eight of Cups energy. If you're in a connection where you're not getting everything you want from the person, do not say, it's fine, I'm getting some things. No, keep it moving until you find that Nine of Cups that makes you feel like the 10 of Cups. Yeah, period. Anything else coming through from my group threes? Can we get a little more clarifier for their message coming through, please? We have the King of Swords in reverse. Stop being so picky. Yeah, that's the vibe coming through. We have the Queen of Wands coming through as well. That self-confidence must need to shine through. And also, don't feel like you need assurance from other people. You don't need words of affirmation from someone else to make you feel like you're going on the right path. Learn to accept that from within. You know what I mean? We have the Hermit card here. There's something here about wisdom. That's that spiritual growth coming through. It's all focusing on that. I want one more card. Yeah, okay. I didn't want to put this back and it came back out. Okay, we have King of Swords coming through as well. And I love how we have it clarifying the Six of Swords, where it's like finding that clarity, finding that drive. And it's like not listening so much to the voice inside of your head, because the King of Swords is very much a heady energy, where I'm just like, think. And it's like, no, do, work and build, mold. Is the vibe that's coming through. Shop if you need to for a new wardrobe that fits who you are becoming, who you are now. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. Perfect. To end off. Don't do that. You have a Ace of Swords asking for what you want as well. And then we have Nine of Cups that we've been talking about the whole time. Period. I'm gonna stop now. Okay, we got the confirmation we needed. Let's just fix these up. We have the Magician, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Asking for what you want and it shall be done. Literally the Magician card. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, there's a song that was coming through. Let me look it up before I forget. I think about you lots lately. Have you been eating breakfast? That's just like me. Think about you lots lately. Are you moving along? Okay, so the song is like, I'm thinking about you lots lately. Have you been eating breakfast alone like me? I'm thinking about you lots lately. Or are you moving along? Is it bad that I'm hoping that you're broken? Is it bad that I'm wishing you're still broken? That you haven't found fish in the ocean? Is it bad? So bad. Is it weird that I'm drunken on my sofa? Is it weird that I'm naked on my sofa? All alone, damn, I wish I didn't know you. Is it weird? So weird. I know I'm the stupid one who ended it, and now I'm the stupid one regretting it. It took me a couple drinks to admit it. I know I'm the stupid one. Okay? So this is about you moving along, continuing along your journey, not stopping for anyone. So this is something here about you. You could be moving on from a breakup or something. And that's what this moving along is. This person broke up with you. And now you are becoming this person you always wanted to become but could not become because you were feeling stifled in this connection or held back by this person. And now you're becoming this big hotshot person, getting all this attention. And now this person's like, excuse me, are you thinking about me still? And you're like, no, bozo, bye. Like, get out my face. After what you did and how you treated me, go to hell. Okay? You're going to keep wondering if I'm eating breakfast alone because you're not part of my life anymore. You're going to have to keep wondering. Okay, so now I'm going to get some cards from the Urban Crow Oracle to see what else you are healing and or letting go of. This is mostly confirmation. Mostly confirmation. Please, Spirit, my group threes. What are they healing and or letting go of? Jeez Louise, we have risk. No risk, no reward. And there's something here about somethingizing your risks. There's a phrase. The cards are just flying out. We have resistance. And one more card. What are my group threes healing and or letting go of? You're letting go of resistance. Wow. We have play coming through here as well. We have a lot that flew out. So let's see. We have gifts. So maybe learning to accept gifts or learning to accept your gifts. Or this is also kind of giving learning to accept when someone gives you a compliment instead of thinking, oh no, or stop it, all shucks. It's like, oh, thank you, I know. You know what I mean? And not like a cocky way, but it's kind of like I went from being someone who was scared to receive a compliment to being someone who's comfortable receiving compliments. Like, yeah, I know, thanks. We have play, so playing, moving along. There's just something here about stepping into a new bag, as I just heard, stepping into a new reality, stepping into a new persona is the vibe that's coming through here. We have scavenge. Okay, so no longer are you scavenging for things. Now you are just receiving things freely with gifts coming through here. Okay. We have fear, but it was in reverse, as you can see, because I flipped it. And then we have soar. So I'm hearing soaring above the competition. That could be something coming through for you guys. Interesting. This resistance card, every time I hear resistance, I always think of resistance is futile. So it's kind of giving me there's no reason for you to resist this new change coming through because it's bringing positivity. It's bringing play. It's bringing gifts. There will be risk involved. That's fine, but there's no risk without reward, right? Or there's no reward without risk. You know what I mean? Okay. There's still that saying about somethingizing your risks coming through. And I have to kind of see if I could figure it out on Google. It's not really coming through, but it's like, is it rationalizing the risks? I'm not 100% sure, but we have identifying, evaluating, prioritizing your risks. So it's kind of like coming up with the, how can I describe it? Like trying to see, just great. trying to think of the risks that will come before they come, you know? That's kind of comes like, you know, foreshadowing, something along those lines. Like before they come, trying to rationalize them or say, hey, this could possibly pop up. Let me prepare myself for that, right? Okay, that's all I can say about that. Now we're going to get some cards from the Daily Crystal Inspiration to see what do you need to hear more of, or what are you stepping into from these, you know, the quotes on the cards. Okay. Group 3, please spirit my group 3s. Did I move this? I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we have fear. And it's funny how we have the scarecrow. The only symbolism that I could think of when it comes to scarecrow is how in the Wizard of Oz, the scarecrow just wanted a brain, I believe it was. Yeah, the Tin Man wanted a heart, the lion wanted courage, and the thingamabobber, the scarecrow wanted brains, okay? So something here about being smart. And that's what I was saying, rationalizing, analyzing the risks, you know, before things happen and come. So there's something here about, I'm hearing a fully developed frontal lobe. That could be something that you're healing. Like, and once you're healing or while you're healing, your lobe is full, bruh. Your frontal lobe is fully formed. So you're able, I think that's where I heard it from. I'm trying to remember what show or movie that I was watching, where someone was like, it's fine because your frontal lobe isn't fully formed, so you're not able to something risk. It was F1. It was F1. I was watching it, and Brad Pitt said something to Damson Idris's character. And he's like, it's fine because your frontal lobe is not fully formed, so you're not able to rationalize or something risk, but I am. Because there was something here about his character being seasoned and him being a reckless driver in his youth, and that kind of lost him his dream. But he was able to still fulfill his dream even in his older age because he came back and he was still like being able to rationalize. There's something about that. Go watch F1, child. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% sure. I saw the movie more than once, child. That's what Brad Pitt's character says in the movie, where he's like, it's fine because your frontal lobe is not fully, you know, formed. So you're not able to like rationalize risk or, you know, prepare for them before they came or come. And that was kind of like his job in the movie, to help them win the F1 Championship Cup. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but go watch the movie. I promise you, it's like one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Okay. And then we have black tourmaline. We have black tourmaline. We have protect your energy. That's definitely a thing. And then citrine says bring in the light. So protect your energy and bring in the light. So once you do bring in the light and step into the person you've always wanted to become and become this very playful, magnetic person, gifts is just, I feel like it's just coming in naturally because it's something you've always done for other people. You've always given them gifts. You know what I mean? You've always been the gift. Now you're going to be receiving those gifts back, which is why it's so important for you to move on from the people and things and places that are not giving back to you, because you are manifesting literally with the Magician card, people and things that are giving back to you. You know what I mean? I'm hearing at an alarming rate, so that could be coming through as well. But once you bring in the light, it's going to be up to you to protect your energy from people who are going to try to come and take from you, okay? Now, we've reached the end of your reading. I'm going to try to get some cards from this that has a little bit of everything in it and see what positive things are coming out after. What positive things are coming after this healing phase? Let's see. I do believe once you're in an energy of believing in yourself, you're able to manifest more things than you would be or would have been able to, and when you were in an energy of like not believing in yourself. So that's definitely confidence coming through for you guys. What comes through? We have hope again. I love this card now. We have hope, so you're going to be receiving more hope or believe in yourself. Here we have a lover. You're going to be calling it a love error. Okay, period. Okay, what else are they going to be? What's coming after the healing, please? Spirit, what's coming after the healing? Ugh. I'm hearing to say that if you are already... Oh, stop! I'm sorry, I got excited. If you are already, like, you feel like you've been doing these things, you're in the energy of now receiving and stepping into the spotlight, these things are coming sooner rather than later. But these are so stinking cute. Here we have love. So we have a lover and we have love. Okay. Okay. And then we have money. So we have love, we have money, we have lover, okay? So not even just self-love or love in general, it's just giving love. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. As Mr. Mosby so eloquently put it, okay? Here we have sighs, and this always gives like romantic sighs. You know, when life is just so good, all you can do is sigh, right? That's coming for you as well. And then we have soldiers. So this like getting battle ready. Yeah, getting battle ready to be able to fight for what you want, honestly. Okay. Interesting. Or like I was saying, because this did come through in group 2, so maybe you did feel called to group 2 as well, and now you're watching. Because I do believe I said in the beginning, you may have felt called to another reading, which is why this one was shorter, but now it's ended up just as long as the other one, so I don't know what I was talking about. But anyway, Soldier came through there, and it's like when I said for them, like by the time you reach this energy of maybe having to go through another battle like this or similar to this or just another battle in general, you're going to already have what you need to overcome those things. You're going to be able to have the GUN, you're going to be able to have the armor and the skills to overcome the next battle. You're going to be more prepared next time around than you were this time, right? And that's what happens each time we heal. We become more prepared for the next time we have a dark night of the soul, right? Because they be coming, child. It's not just one. It's not just two. We experience many in our lifetime, but the older we get, the more our frontal lobe is developed, the more we're able to analyze risk, okay? And yeah, but we have a bunch of great cards coming through for y'all, child. So this could be also you're manifesting a literal soldier, right? Or you are a soldier, okay? But this sigh is like giving a romantic sigh. You just got a text from your boo thing, the lover that's coming through here. Okay, wink, wink, shove, shove. And you're kind of like, huh. If you're only watching group 3, you may feel called to group 2 as well. Just putting that out there. But yeah, that's what's coming through. We have money because money did come through for group 2 as well. But you guys are getting lover and love and hope and soldier and sighs. So that's beautiful for you guys. But I'll leave you reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me or just reach out to me, you know, inquire, whatever, business inquiries, I don't know. My email is always in the description box for you, available. I'm ready to use, even just to say hi, reach out, you know, talk, chat. You can do that as well. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 4s, welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 4 or option 4, welcome to your reading. Decided to take off the air. It is hot in here, but I don't like the background noise from the, you know, AC. So we're just, you know, going to burn for this group. I did it for the last 3. Why not for your group as well? So if you chose option 3, if you chose option 4, I meant. If you could have chose option 3 too. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be getting into what are you healing and or letting go of, and this reading was inspired by 2 of my favorite readers on YouTube, The Spiritual Social. If you haven't checked her out, go do that. I know Kino Tarot is more, everyone kind of knows her, but The Spiritual Social did a reading about what wounds do you need to heal, and then Kino did a reading that was similar, and the funny thing about it is I'm pretty sure they don't know each other personally to have like corroborated that reading together at the same time, but they posted like within a few hours or like a day of each other, and I'm like, ooh, that's how I know some people really tap into spirit, because the messages just come at the same time. And it's like, wait, I was thinking of that same message, right? It kind of reminds me of when someone said a long time ago that if you don't come up with something or do something that spirit has guided you to do, they'll give it to someone else to do, right? So spirit has put something on your heart and you don't do it, they're going to give it to someone else. They're giving you an idea that no one else has done. Instead of you being the person or the originator of that thing, you sat on it too long, they gave it to someone else and they did it, and now they're the originator of it instead of you, because you sat too long on your booty behind, and that kind of thing. That could tie into your reading as well. You could be learning how to, or healing a part of it that's like lazy or scared to go after what you want. Who knows? Because like I said, spirit puts something on your heart, and if you don't do it or jump on it or like have the courage to do it, they're going to give it to someone else, and now they become big for something. And I feel like that happens a lot when you have an idea and you're kind of like, okay, I'm the only one who have this idea. I can sit on it and do it whenever I feel like it, and then you just see someone on social media doing the same idea. You're like, what the heck? What the hell? And it's like, spirit's like, you sat on it for too long, you know? That's it. You took too long. You missed it, you know? You got to be quicker than that. And that's why a lot of us, we always think we came up with the idea, but you actually didn't. Spirit be given to everyone. Not everyone, I don't want to say that. Some people. And if you don't do it, someone else will. And that's kind of what I'm getting. That ties into or relates to relationships as well. What one man won't do for you, another one dang sure will. What one woman or person won't do for you, someone else definitely will. That applies in multiple facets of life, not just ideas and creativity, right? What one man refuses to do for you right now, a man will literally crawl and beg on his knees to beg to do for you. Something you've been begging for the next man to do, or the next man will beg to do for you. Like, what do you mean? Stop playing on my face. But anyway, I was inspired because Takino did something about what needs to be healed or something. And then the spiritual social did something as well about wounds. And I'm like, wait, that's funny. So I'm inspired by them in this reading to do the same kind of concept. What needs to be healed or let go of? Or what are you healing / letting go of? Okay. But I do feel like maybe sloth for you guys. Like, you know, taking too long to do things, sitting on things for too long, right? And then the frustration of someone else doing it first. You're like just watching vicariously as someone does something you always wanted to do. It's kind of like sitting back and waiting for too long, or being like a remote viewer in your own life and not like being the main character kind of energy. Let's see what comes through for you guys. I want to shuffle the cards one more time. What are my group force healing and or letting go of? Please, Spirit. I only wanted to do 3 groups. I'll promise y'all that. Spirit said 4. I heard you. Okay, split the deck. We have 3 of Swords, and we have the Magician in reverse. Yeah, there's something about dwelling too much in the heartbreak or disappointment of not doing something fast enough or soon enough and feeling like, okay, now I can't do it at all, right? And that's a lie. If you have an idea, even if someone did it first, you could also do it as well, because there's something unique about each and every one of us and how we would do something. It's not even about they already did the ideas. But the same way I'm doing the reading that Kino and this social did, but I'm my own person. I'm a different reader than them, so I'm going to do it a different way than they would, right? So it's kind of like you have 3 different readings. They're all the same idea and topic. They were placed on all our hearts, but we're doing it in different ways because we're different people and different readers at the end of the day, you know? You see, that was a perfect way to segue. Period, Spirit. Spirit doing their thing today. I ain't even gonna lie now. I ain't even gonna lie. Anyway, yeah. Even if it is something someone did already, you can still do it and feel inspired by them. Or no one else is gonna know or say, oh, you copy them. And even if they do, you know that Spirit placed it on your heart first before they even came up with the idea. So it's not even about, oh, being a copycat or whatever. It's like, you know what I mean? Something like that. So let's see what else comes through for truth in your reading. Please, Spirit, for my group force, please, what are they healing / letting go of? We have the 6 of Cups in reverse. What are they healing / letting go of? I think that was the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Swords. My group force, please, Spirit, what are they healing and or letting go of? The deck is quiet. Whatever do you mean? Let's get a message now. I've never seen a deck this quiet. We have the Chariot in reverse. Okay. This kind of came through in group 3. Does there need to be a group 4, Spirit? These are so far the same cards I've already gotten. And we have 78 cards. We have the 8 of Wands. This is definitely chasing after your dreams, or all your dreams coming in at once, or a lot of ideas bombarding you. But I feel like you have to be ready to like hop on them, okay? So yeah. This 6 of Cups here in this instance here is giving me Spirit reaching out and giving you a cup of creativity, right? Of inspiration, of... Yeah, inspiration is a good enough word. Because I know Cups and Wands kind of like can represent the same artistry. Wands are more so actively going after something. The Cups is coming up with the idea first and then executing it, right? So you have to come up with the idea first in order to execute it. This is Spirit giving you an idea. This is you executing it. And this is more ideas following because you did what they wanted you to do, right? So that could be what's coming through here for you guys. My group force, please, Spirit, my group force. What are they healing and or letting go of? Yeah, I'm getting your healing and letting go of. The word is not restriction. Like stagnancy or hesitation. That's the perfect word. Thank you, Spirit. You're letting go of hesitation. You're healing hesitation, or like I said, sloth. Not thinking you're like, I'm hearing artistic enough or creative enough to execute what they've given you, or you're not in the perfect place. It's kind of reminding me of before I even started doing readings at all. I was so terrified. I had every excuse in the book for why I couldn't do a reading. I didn't have my own room. I didn't have this. I didn't have that. And the same things are true now to this day. But I'm doing readings. So it's kind of like where there's a will, there's a way, honestly, truly, and 100%. Like, I never thought I would be the person who's on YouTube putting out consistent content, even able to film at all. But it's like, once you put that first foot forward, Spirit, I swear to you, I can put this on my life, on my everything that I believe in, that once you put that first step forward with the Chariot card, blessings will come. Opportunities will come. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Absolutely. I was so scared for so long, but I don't have my own room. I live in a house full of people. Blah, 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 blah. Like, so many excuses for why I couldn't start doing readings or posting content on social media at all once I found what I would want to post about tarot readings. And I'm like, I can't. And then one day, nobody was home. I got to the living room, put a camera on me, did a reading, and it's been history since then. That was like 2 years ago. I had a first channel. Like, it was cute and everything, but it wasn't really going in the way that I wanted to. So I started another channel. That would be this channel. Things are going so much better. Like, I started off, like, how did I start making videos on this channel? It was at home. Then I switched over to work. First, y'all were seeing my body. Now you're seeing the death. There's so many changes and traditions that I've gone through. And I still have the same story I had when I started doing it in the first place. I don't live by myself. I don't have my own room. I can't do readings. And the same thing is true to this day. But I'm doing readings. And it's because I started just doing it. And then I found a way. It's just like, and Spirit found a way for me. Like, it's magic. It's magic, I swear. Right? It's willpower. It's drive. It's, I'm going to make this happen. That's what's coming through for you guys. You're making up every excuse in the book for why you can't do this. I'm not talented enough. I don't have a good enough camera. I don't have a ring light. I don't have a this. I don't have a that. Starting is the most pivotal part of the journey. Starting, believing in yourself, putting out something. And along the way, you could always get better. But your first initial product does not have to be perfect. And I do feel like you guys are in the energy of it has to be perfect. It has to be movie star quality video if you want to do content. It has to be a freaking Mona Lisa version of art for that. It has to be like a Beyonce freaking track if it's singing. Like, no, start somewhere. Start with the cover, an acoustic guitar, or the instrumental in the background. Start off at karaoke. I can't sing in front of people. Start off somewhere, because that's also something that I was terrified to do. Karaoke, sing in front of people, period. I not that I would be on YouTube, like, burst onto song every other second, or be at karaoke every other weekend. Like, that was something I was terrified to do. But it took that one initial time to do it, almost throw up and piss my pants doing it. And now I'm like, oh, I can do this. This is not like life or death. It's so easy. That's what I think you guys are struggling with. Getting the ball rolling, right? You're overcoming that. That's what you're healing. Feeling like you can't do something because you don't have every single tool in the world. You don't need a whole bunch of tools. You know, you'll get there eventually. If you never do, at least you're doing something and doing your dream and living your dream and being happy with that, you know? That's the kind of vibe coming through for you guys. What else is coming through? And then we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, these are like dang near all the same cards that came out in group 3. But it's a different message though, so I guess. Do I want to clarify any of these cards? Can I get a clarifier for the Six of Cups? That's the only card here that's kind of confusing me a little bit. But like I said, that's Spirit saying here's this cup of ideas, right? This is your muse right here. We're telling you something. We're whispering in your ear. That would be a good thing to do. You're writing it down. You have a phone, a notes full of a bunch of things you could do, or that you want to do, you want to experience, or, you know, live out. And you're like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm not going to do it. Or maybe one day. When is one day going to be today? God dang it. Gosh, nab it. This was me earlier as well. I keep using myself as an example, not to make the reading about me, but to help you better understand the message. I was sitting here like, why haven't I been on a vacation this summer? Everywhere I turn, spirit is constantly throwing in my face someone that I know or that I'm talking to in conversation. Oh, and I'm going to be on vacation on that day. I'm going to be on vacation on that day. The dance company that I work for, every other day, someone that works at the same place as me is going on vacation. I'm like, wait, why do I go on vacations? What am I scared of? And I'm like, but you don't have enough money. And I'm sitting here thinking, how can I make a trip come true with how much money that I have? And like, I don't have to be in the top suite. I don't have to be I don't have to be like, there's certain things you can do to have an experience without it needing to be perfect. There's things you could do and experience. That's the kind of energy comes. I'm sitting here like, okay, so how can I get a vacation in before summer's over? With the money that I have in my bank account, without having to go all out, but still having some fun, right? And I'm like, you could do it. You could put on a credit card and then pay that off slow by slow. I'm like, how do people do vacations? Give me some ideas in the comments, guys. How do y'all vacation? How do y'all afford a vacation? I know everybody ain't balling, right? But y'all be on vacations, though, so tell me. Give me the tea. I'm like, how do people do it? Honestly and truly, right? I'm like, I'm going to make it happen, but I just need to like brainstorm. I need to put actual action behind it and not just thoughts. This is something that I've been thinking about for weeks now. I'm going to make it happen, I promise. And I promise if I make it happen, y'all got to do something. It's going to be it's an energy exchange here. If I do something that I've been wanting to do that I've been like, oh, I can't do that, y'all got to do it too, right? We're making a pact. Pinky promise. Okay, we got our card. Can I get a clarifier? We have the 9 of Pentacles, doing something nice for yourself, investing in yourself, okay? This is definitely like, I can do whatever I want kind of mentality. I'm rich, I'm abundant. And if it ain't true, you're going to think it and fake it till you make it. Guys, that's the vibe coming through for y'all, okay? Fake it until you make it. Absolutely. Okay, so let's get this. I feel like I got the moon coming through, and this 8 of Cups looking down on you is kind of like, the moon always gives me like, I don't know, like dreamy, ethereal, whimsical, something that doesn't seem real kind of energy. And I love how that seems to be the direction the guy is going. He's chasing this dream that he keeps dreaming of. Yeah, the moon is like dreams and things that are like out of your reach, things that are hidden, things that are like cast in shadow, things you can't quite touch and feel, right? And that's something that you have on your heart, on your mind, that you want to do so badly, but you're like, I can't. And the 8 of Cups is like finally letting go of good enough, or finally letting go of I can't do it and moving towards I'm going to do it. Because the 9 of Cups comes after the 8 of Cups. Like, and that is a wish fulfillment right there. So you're finally walking away from this 8 of Cups of, okay, this is, it's all right. And moving on to I want my wish to come true. Okay. I'm hearing starlight, star bright. This first star I see tonight. Wish I may, wish I might have the wish I wish not. We're wishing on stars, guys. And what is that song? Lately, I've been losing sleep, thinking about the things that we could be. Lately, I've been playing hard, so no more counting dollars. We'll be counting stars. We'll be counting stars. I'm like, sir, why is you going so deep? Relax. Getting on my last nerve. Counting stars. Let me look that song up. Okay, hold on, let me fix these. So I got the song right in front of me. The 9 of Pentacles, what you're letting go of and healing is this belief that you can't have a good life and you can't live in the lap of luxury. The 9 of Pentacles is like being comfortable, having everything that you need, right? Having everything that you want at that. The 9 of Pentacles is my bachelorette card, where it's like life is going great. You have a great job, a great group of friends. You have your own place. Like, that's something you think is so far out of reach for you for whatever reason, and it really isn't. It's what I was coming through here. And it's like, even if it is like something you don't have right now, it's something you can have, as long as you move steps forward. As long as you move steps forward. As long as you take steps forward, move, and don't stay stuck. That's something you're healing. Like I said, staying stuck. There's no need for you to do that. Like, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Let me stop. I get a fool. But anyway, the song goes, lately I've been losing sleep. So you could have been losing sleep lately. Dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. I said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars. And it's funny how before this song came through, I was getting Starlight Starbright, first star see tonight, wish I may, wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. He says we're counting stars now. And the stars in that song is representing wishes. So no more counting dollars and saying, I don't have enough money for this. Now we're going to be counting stars. Every wish that comes through, we're crossing it off our list and moving forward, right? That's kind of what I'm getting from that. But he says, I see this life like a swinging vine. I swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. All these signs coming through telling you to do something, but you're not doing it. Seek it out and ye shall find. The old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. Like, you're telling yourself all these excuses why you can't do stuff. And it's like, you can though. And I don't think the world is sold on just doing what we're told. That's what the words are saying right now. The world is not sold on it. Like, when you're just doing what you're told, no. You're supposed to be doing what you want, what you love. That's what keeps the world moving. The fact that we have people who are literally living their dreams. That could be you too. There's nothing different from you and that person who went from nothing to becoming a superstar. There's nothing different. Except they went after it and you're like still saying, oh, I can't do it. Like, that's the only difference. It took a leap of faith. And you're not doing it. You're not walking away from what's comfortable to go after what is something that you want. You know what I mean? That's what I was coming through. Any more lyrics coming through in this song? I feel something so right doing the wrong thing. And I feel something so wrong doing the right thing. Yo, you're being goody two shoes as well. That could be something you're healing from doing. Being people pleasing goody two shoes, right? I couldn't lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Y'all need to be living loose on the not the wrong side of the law. I didn't say that. Okay, don't do that. What is it? On the wild side of life. You're living on the wild side of life. That's something you need to be stepping into. That's something you need to be healing. The fact that you can be that whimsical, like going with the flow, you're out of your mind kind of person, just living and loving, right? And experiencing, honestly. There was a little bit of a message about, was it hedonist? I don't know. I don't remember which group it was from, but it was one of the groups. You're stepping into the energy of being a hedonist, of wanting to live and go and experience and do every freaking thing and stop telling yourself you can't. Child. Anything else coming through with these lyrics? No. But I love that part of the song. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Like, I'm like, sir, why are you going so deep? Like, relax. Anyway, but that's what's coming through. Dream about the things that we could be. Yup. Anything else? Everything that drowns me makes me want to fly. So everything that kills me makes me feel alive. And then he says, everything that drowns me makes me want to fly. So it's like kind of like giving what doesn't kill you make you stronger vibe. This song is mad long. What you mean? I'm like, there's still new lyrics as I'm scrolling down. He says, oh, take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river the lessons I've learned. And he's, okay, I think that's it though. I love this song. I forgot about this song. This song really be getting you like hype. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's just like a nice vibe to it, okay? But anyway, this 9 of Pentacles coming through here to clarify this 6 of Cups means that Spirit is literally giving you these ideas so you can end up living this beautiful life that you always wanted to live. And it just takes you going after what you want. Having the courage, the stamina is what I just heard. Stamina. I'm sorry. Please don't mind me. Maybe some of you need to be getting out there and like getting some whatever what the wands represent. Getting deep down. You know what I mean? Just living life, whatever that means. Taking a walk on the wild side is what y'all need to be doing with yourselves, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is move forward with these cards here. But the moon is definitely going after your dreams. Like I said, I love how this person's walking in the direction of the moon. And the moon's just looking at him like, it took you long enough, buddy, yo, pal, right? Okay, let's see what else is coming through from the Crow, the Urban Crow Oracle. Okay, please, Spirit. What are they healing and or letting go of? My group 4s. We have routine. You're letting go of routine. I felt that. Y'all are just sticklers. Y'all are goody two-shoes, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's making your life boring. Like, that's what I'm getting from this vibe. Spirit keeps giving you opportunities in the form of cups to like tempt you away from this boring life you're living. You're kind of like, you're holding on to it for dear life because you're scared of what will happen if you like let loose, right? You're scared of the unknown. Don't be scared of the unknown. Be scared of the known is what's coming through here. Everything that kills you makes you feel alive. That doesn't sound right, but it feels right. I bet it does, right? Okay, we have survival, interesting, and then we have perspective. Yeah, how you're looking at life and viewing life right now isn't the best. You guys need to get in the hangman energy and see things from a different perspective. It's a vibe that's coming through for you guys. And then here we have survival. I'm trying to figure out, you could be in survival mode for sure. And that's something you're healing. That does need to be healed, for the record. Like, living too safe, playing it safe in everything that you do, that's no life. You only live one life. You only live once. What kind of life would you have wanted to live? Make a list right now. I'm giving you homework. If you don't already have one, which I'm sure you do, or you have one formulated in your head, make a list of everything you have and what you would want to accomplish when you're on your deathbed, telling your grandkids, great-grandkids life you live. What are some things that you want to have experienced? You're not going to do that playing it safe. I'm telling you that right now. As someone who used to play it chronically safe. Life was boring. And I still kind of do sometimes. So it's a good reading. This is a good reading to kind of like rev up my engine again. Like, I want to go on a trip, but I'm scared. I'm going to find a way. And if I find a way, I better find a way. Heard you. Okay, you heard me? You hear me? Thank you. But survival is kind of like you're too scared to like really live because you're scared about what happened. You're going to get knocked down. Yeah. You get knocked down, but I get up again. That song is coming through. I think it's like Chubba Wubba Hubba Wubba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. It's Chubba Wubba Hubba Wubba. One of them songs. Hold on, let me look it up. Will it keep up? If y'all don't move. It is Chumbawamba. That's what I typed in. That isn't what I typed in, for the record, but still close enough. Tub thumping. Y'all already know what I want. Look at that. Spirit is like, you already know what you want to do. Like, just click on it and go. Truth is, I thought it mattered. I thought that music mattered, but does it? Bollocks? Not compared to how people matter. We'll be singing when we're winning. We'll be singing. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Exactly. He drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a lager drink. He drinks a cider drink. I'm like, what are they even talking about? Pissing the night away. Don't cry for me. He sings the songs that remind him of the good time. This is like a very like chaotic song. So, but basically what he's saying is, I get knocked down, but I get up again. That's the main part of the lyrics coming through for you guys, okay? This is very much giving 90s madness and just all over the place energy. And that can be what you need, okay? To get out of your shell, to stop living life safe and just get a little bit wild, right? Okay. Change your perspective. And then this was what? Routine. Switch up your routine, child. It's getting tired, guys. So let's get some cards from the Daily Crystal Inspiration for some things that you are doing right, or some things that you could be doing better at, right? Or just some inspiration. Or some crystals that you could work with at this time to help you with these intentions. Oh, don't do that. Okay, please, Spirit, the Daily Crystal, can we get some cards for what they are healing and or letting go of? Please, Spirit. What? That's perfect. How many cards fell out? Each group has been getting 2 cards. We love that. Consistency. So we have clear quartz. Get crystal clear. Heard that. You do need to. That's what I was saying. Write a list of everything you need to do and then just check them off. Start off small. It doesn't need to be anything big or drastic, but start off small. And then keep going. And then we have smoky. So we went from clear quartz to smoky quartz. Exactly. Go from being plain Jane to being sexy and smoky. And look at how many different aspects we have to this crystal here. How intricate it is. It's not just a boring clear quartz. You see right through it. No, you need to get more smoky, more sexy. Yeah, I need some D in your life, or some P, whatever y'all into, okay? And here this says, let it go. Yes. You know what I'm hearing the song from Sing? I followed my heart into the fire, got burned, got broken down by desire. I tried, but the smoke in my eye lets me blurry. What? Blurry and blind. I picked all the pieces up off the ground. I burned all those bridges, but that's done now. What is the song? I'm sticking to the plan that says I can do anything at all. I can do anything at all. This is my kiss goodbye. You can stand alone and watch me fly. Okay, let's get into it. So she says, I followed my heart into the fire. I got burned, got broken down by desire. I've tried, but the smoke in my eye left me blurry and blind. And we have smoky quartz, funny. I've picked all the pieces up off the ground. I got dirt on my fingers, but that's gone now. I got the glue in my hands, and I'm sticking to the plan that says I can't do anything at all. I can do anything at all. This is my kiss goodbye. You can stand alone and watch me fly, because nothing's keeping me down. I'm going to let it all up. Come on and say it right now, right now, right now. This is my big hello, because I'm here and never letting go. I can finally see it's not just a dream when you set it all free, all free, all free, set it all free. And then it goes on to say, I was a girl caught under your thumb, but my star's coming through again. That's crazy. But my star is going to shine brighter than your sun. And I will reach so high, shoot so far, gonna hit every target. Yeah, I'm going to make it count this time. I will make it count this time. And then goes back to the chorus. This is my kiss goodbye. You can stand alone and watch me fly, right? Because nothing's keeping me down. I think that's it. Yeah, basically, set it off free from the Sing movie. But it's sang by Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, my sis sings, if you didn't know. Black Widow from the Avengers. Yeah, she a singer. And she a good one, too. But anyway, that song is coming through for you guys. It's like letting it all go. Stop playing by the rules. And I believe that was the song she sang to her dusty old boyfriend. She was in a band with her boyfriend, and he would treat her so bad and just treat her like an object, and that she was like, there to serve him, and just like, belittle her and make her seem small, until she got sick and tired and fed up. And then she went to audition for Sing, which is going to be like a song competition on TV. And she's like, screw you. Like, I'm the talent in this trio or this duo, this band. I'm going to make it out without you. And then she did. And she went and sang this song. And I think it was written by her as well in the movie. And she just, went on her own way. She was scared to break apart from the band, of course. But she still did it. And rocked it out the park. That's what it's coming to do. Getting out of the safe. Stop playing it safe. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take these cards here. These have like a bunch of different random things in it. And we're going to see what comes after this healing and letting go. Okay. What comes after? We've been getting love. We've been getting hope. We've been getting a lot of stuff. We'll see what comes through for y'all. Look at the bottom. We have house. You guys could be getting a new house. And fortune at the bottom of the deck. House and fortune. And then we also have wife. And we have sweetheart. Let's see what else comes through for you guys. For my group 4s, please spirit my group 4s. Once you get out of your comfort zone, you see what's going to happen, what's going to come from it. And here we have lover. Y'all getting everything. We have a priest. So we have priest, and then we had wife, right? Yep. So getting married, moving into a house. But first, what? You have to find a lover, which you will, because we have lover. So let's go in order. You're going to find a lover, right? Okay. You're going to go find a priest. Okay. This priest will turn you into a wife, a mother. Okay. Then after that, we have house. You buy a house with this partner, right? Right? But not without first having your fortune. Finding your fortune. Yes, yes. Hitting the jackpot. Then okay, so even before all that, we have you meet a little sweetheart. So you're the sweetheart to the lover, right? Okay, let's go back. We did this wrong. We have sweetheart and then we have lover, right? You guys meet each other and then he makes you fall in love with him and now you're sighing. Dreamy sigh. Insert dreamy sigh here, right? After y'all fall in love and y'all sign all over each other, okay? We have the priest. We went over this already. Then we have the wife with the kids and we have the big house. This could come before the marriage. Who knows? But it's all coming for you. Then we have the fortune. So it's like all these great things are coming for you guys. These, and then we have one more card up here, which is like servant. Interesting. You're in this big house. You will need servants, won't you not? Look at this big house here. Look at this. Look at that. You're gonna need somebody to help clean it. Look at this big house here. Yeah. Okay, stop playing on my face. Okay, guys? Stop playing this safe and move along. Okay, take a chance, take a leap of faith. That's what I need to do. Get into your full energy, right? Shoot for the stars. Okay? Shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars. Thank you. What the heck? But yeah, we have lover, we have sighs, we have dreamy sigh, enter dreamy sigh. Okay, we have the sweetheart, we have priest, we have wife, we have house, and we have fortune. Some of you can be becoming a priest and making a fortune, right? If you are like spiritual baddies, you're going to be making a fortune doing like servant work for the people, and it has something to do with spirituality because we have priests coming through. Like that's where you build your fortune for some of you, right? Others of you are marrying a lord that has money already. Like a bunch of things are coming through for you guys. But like I said, once you come out of this shell, after, not before, after, this comes after the healing, you get all these amazing, great things. Like all of these groups have been so beautiful. Like I'm so excited for what y'all have to manifest. Please claim it in the reading. Okay, put a big diamond in the reading if you watch all the way through for my group 4s. Okay, but that's all that I have for you guys. So I hope this reading resonates. Okay, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you a part of the crew. Okay, a part of the fam. Okay. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading or just reach out to me, any business inquiries, whatever, my email is in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah.